Hey everybody, welcome to the live stream. There we go. Hope everybody's doing okay. It is the week after 4th of July. I am home again. And sorry about last week. I was on the road. I was driving. Couldn't really host a live stream while I was driving. I didn't get there until 10 o'clock Eastern time. So it was a long drive. I started late. I got home much earlier. When I got home, well, for one, I gained an hour when I got home, but I got home at like 4 or 5 o'clock. What up, Mike?
What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just getting back to the basic. And by basic, I mean the basic plan on StreamYard. I can only host 6 people now.
I
no longer have the paid plan ended this past week. Last week, had I run a live, would have been my last time to use it. But I didn't. Somebody who's calling me. Spam's calling me. So, yeah, I'm back to the basic. I just couldn't, even with the deal they gave me, which is almost half price, it still wasn't as cheap as it was before. That's crazy. So,
what are we talking about? Half price on what?
StreamYard.
Oh, yeah.
They raised their I mean, it's if you don't pay yearly, if you pay monthly right now, the basic plan is $45 a month. You pay yearly, you get it for like $35 a month. What up, Funky? Yep, just saying, I got to go to bed. I get it. You got work in the morning. It's good seeing you last week, Funky. I mean, nice hanging out with people I only see online every now and then. So hopefully I'll see you in September at Fort Takeover.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody's going to it, so that should be pretty cool.
I don't know if everybody's going. What is going on with my phone? Beeping and beeping. I lost my dog. She left me.
You lost your dog?
Well, no, she left me and went over to the other couch since I started talking. She was sitting right here next to me. And a couple more minutes before I started, her head was like right here. So it was like she would have been in the shot. And she's just a beautiful dog. So,
dog.
Salty lost his dog today, though. It's just sad because that was a cute little dog. I like that little dog.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, he posted it on Facebook and in the Car People channel. I feel bad for him. He loved that little dog.
Was it that old, though?
I don't know. She wasn't young. A little Pomeranian.
Yeah.
Only like sucks. This big. Yeah, it does. What you up to?
What am I up to?
Yeah.
So I found a video editor that I've been playing around with that essentially will remove all my space words, and everything else out of a video and kind of tweak it. So I played with the video with the thing on that, and now what I'm trying to do is to create an AI clone of myself. So I could potentially test out making a video with a clone.
Okay.
Well, and it's really trippy.
Yeah, it is kind of trippy. I don't need a clone of myself. One of me is enough.
So, but it's weird because you could take a video of yourself or a picture, and then from there you can basically add whatever that you want the avatar to say and record your voice into it and train your voice. And then it looks like you. It sounds like you. Yeah. Pretty trippy.
Eventually it'll kill you and take over your life, and you won't even know.
Yes. I'm waiting for the Terminator takeover. Absolutely.
Once it learns to print itself onto one of those robots and creates a body that looks like yours, and then it'll come and take over completely.
Yes.
Nobody will ever know.
I'm waiting for that.
Oh, it'll happen eventually.
It'll happen. Hey, 3 to 5 years, we'll all be unemployed except for the plumbers and electricians and welders.
Oh, I do electrical. Just I do the drawings. So yeah, I guess I'm losing my job.
That's how I'll be retired and go for it.
I won't.
Bam is going to retire.
Let's see. I did take the head off my my blown engine. I took the head off of it today. I put it back on when I was done because it's useless. So I put it back on, bolted it together because it's just more weight when I take it into traction. You know. Although I guess I could have left it unbolted, but easier to throw into my truck that way as one unit. So
I'm trying to see if I can do a quick AI story that would be funny for the group.
I did mess around with that a bit, just getting it ready. Got a chain on it, and tomorrow I'm gonna hoist it into the back of my truck and get it off the engine stand. Put that one away, take the other one down off the engine stand, and put the flywheel back on it. So I got my bolts in. I just wish I had a way to do it. A way to put it on the engine stand and put the flywheel on it. And there's a mount you could buy for those motors that hooks up to the side of them, where there's 4 bolts you could put in on the side. But they want to charge you the amount for that, just the mount part that mounts on that goes into your engine stand, like the cost of the engine stand. Like for this piece goes in the engine stand, they want to charge you as much as a brand new engine stand would cost. The whole thing. Yeah,
that's insane.
It's ridiculous. And all it is a plate on a shaft. I'm like, for that, I just buy the stuff myself and weld it together. But
that's what women try to do.
Yeah,
it's just a plate and a shaft, and they just buy one.
Yeah. Minds of children. I mean, man, same thing. No, I was worn out yesterday. I went to work yesterday and I came home about 10 minutes early and I crashed out for 3 hours or more and got up, went back to bed by 10:30 and did not want to get up this morning. What up, Dels? And Daniel Barry. Welcome. I was tired. Didn't know why I felt like crap until today when I went to take my meds this morning and looked down and saw that Tuesday was still full. I forgot to take my meds yesterday. That really screws with me.
What up, Dale?
I mean, I was tired still too from the trip, but takes a lot out of you driving 11 hours in one day. Driving the Mustang 11 hours in one day with no cruise control.
Yeah, that sucks without cruise.
Yeah, cruise control works in 5th gear, but I wasn't going to kill my gas mileage that badly.
Yeah, cruise control. At least you can sleep while you're riding.
I don't sleep while I've got it in cruise control. Not full self-driving, not even close on that car. It doesn't even slow down like my Edge does. The Edge, I could have tell you, if I had taken that, I would have saved a little bit more in gas, most likely, because 1, it runs 87, not 93. 2, it gets better gas mileage. 3, it has cruise control in all the gears, and it'll do the whole slow down, speed up thing in traffic. But is it as fun to drive? No, it's not. But I don't know. In hindsight, maybe I should have taken it. But I enjoyed having my Mustang up there. Good to get it out on the road. Finally get it past that 35,000 mile mark.
So which vehicle are you working on? The truck, the Mustang, or the Focus?
I'm working on the Focus right now.
Well,
that's weird. We got, what is this?
Something new. What's up, Bama?
I got something new on the side here. It says people, and it allows me to see the people on where the chat usually is.
The people.
It allows me to automatically adjust mic volume on all of you.
Really?
It also shows me your camera. It's like your resolution. It says for you 480p and for him 640p and me 720, but your picture looks better than all ours. Well, actually, Bama's picture looked good too when he had the camera on. It says you're at 480p and I'm at 720, but look at the difference between the cameras. This camera sucks. Yeah, his camera looks good too. I can move you to backstage right here too. That's weird. I got all kinds of. It's something new they added since last time I used it. Oh well. Oh, what you up to tonight? Just hanging out in the shop?
Yep. Chilling. Just finished editing a video, and now I'm playing with the AI, seeing if I can make something funny for you guys.
You see, I know you guys don't watch Brutal. Would you see he made a song from AI?
No, I did not.
Yeah, you need to check it out. It's pretty good. He just put some words in there, and AI finished it.
I'll have to try and check that out later. Yeah, I don't do anything with AI.
You scared?
He's scared.
I'm not scared. I swear. It's just
As my wife would say, scared.
I don't want to
You
deal
scared?
with it.
Scared.
It's like most of the better AIs you have to pay for, and I ain't paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the first time I used it was probably, I don't know, last week or something like that. I just had to see while I was making a comment on somebody's video.
yeah.
So when I put in there what I want to say, I looked down and said, wait a minute, that don't sound correct. So I looked down and it says AI. I hit it. It corrected it, and I went, yeah, that wasn't right. So I put that on there.
Oh yeah, it does grammar correction quite easy.
Yeah. But I didn't even know it was on there. I had no clue. I don't care about that yet.
I've seen that on a few things, and I've used that. I've used that a lot. Just like if I write something and it just doesn't seem right to me, usually I have a button on my phone to let me let it try and correct it. It'll give me like 3 or 4 different versions of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Broken Tool.
What up,
Hey,
Tool?
how you doing?
What a broken tool.
What's going on, little Tool?
I got a couple new goodies.
Oh yeah.
That little Dodge outline right there, right?
Okay.
And then I did the one that was cutout outlines.
I like the cutout better.
I like it. This is kind of better for like a coaster or something. I think a
Yeah.
side profile will be better for the side view or for the solid view. And
The
then
solid view, I agree. I think a side would look better.
Yep. But anyways, this is just kind of playing around. I learned how to do it in SolidWorks. There's a function called trace. Well, there's
Yep.
like import picture as a sketch. And what I do, I take a picture, use a background remover, and then upload that into SolidWorks as a sketch. And then I can hit auto trace and it traces it. And then I can go in and kind of tweak it a little bit and add radius and stuff like that. And then this one I went in, it won't do this, but I went in and added all the cutouts.
Right. No, I've seen auto trace in SolidWorks like years ago, but it was very kludgy. It didn't work very well.
Yeah. Well, with this, with the background remover, it gives it something to aim for.
Yeah.
I think that's, and it's just the free one. I don't care if I download the free thing with not the highest resolution. It's like I'm making this. I don't get it.
Right. Yeah. I remember I tried that SolidWorks trace years back, and it just, when it was new, it did not work very well, and I just got fed up with it and quit trying to use it.
Yeah, I learned that this week, so
that's cool. That is nice.
yeah. So now I can start I definitely think for front view, it's got to have the a little more than just the silhouette. So, but I
Right.
think a side view, a silhouette like a solid, and then have the other one. So the next one up, I got side views of the truck, and then I'll need to take some pictures of my Mustang and get a good background and everything, and then take some pictures of it, and then I can do the same thing with Fox Mustang.
Well, yeah. What are you printing that on?
That's the Bamboo Labs X1. I didn't print it. A friend of mine printed it for me. I don't have my printer yet.
An X1. In
Yeah,
green.
I've got the Bamboo Labs also. They're freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, this is their Pet G HF, and it come out super good, super fast.
Pretty thin.
Very
too,
nice.
isn't
What's that?
it? How thick is that? Like a couple layers? Yeah.
Eighth inch or so.
Solid.
But yeah, I mean it's solid enough, you know. This one I'm going to have to modify it a little bit because it got a little thin right at the bottom. But I think what I'll do in here is instead of having it cut all the way through, I'll extrude it and then come back and do that line and have it where it's like half cut through, or just like a little bit of a pinstripe in it. I think that'll make it stronger and look pretty good, and then leave the headlights and grills completely open.
Right. I'm used to doing that with a CNC machine. Where you start with a much bigger piece and make it
Mhm.
smaller.
Well, see, there's the opposite of CNC machine. You start with nothing and make something instead of starting with a block and removing,
make it-
right?
Make it much less and losing all that material.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's the cool thing that I did this week, just messing
Okay.
around with that. So I thought that was super cool.
That is super cool. The cool thing I did this week was nothing. I
Oh,
did.
well,
So
I did
here we
even
go.
more than that. I got the oil pan and a timing cover. I got those cleaned up, and they're actually painted. I painted those after work today.
Nice. I just
So they're in the garage curing.
took put the timing cover back on the blown engine earlier today. And Salty said, Mike, you're muted. Well, I think he muted himself.
Yeah, I muted myself. Yep. I've got a lot of rain in the background, so I didn't want it to sound through the phone. Can you hear the rain or no?
I can hear it a little bit, but it just sounds like rain on a metal
Uh,
building.
my AC unit's running, so I can't hear anything. I just hear that thing.
And
going.
it's doing this new thing where it's auto adjusting the microphones. So
Huh.
it's something new I've got on here. It's selected to auto adjust microphone. So like I can hear a little rain, but it's just rain. You know, it's what it sounds like to me at work when it rains. In my office, that's what it sounds like. It's probably a little louder in your room, but because we're fully insulated with a layer between the roof and like an attic between us. Hey, so
Yeah,
how's it going?
it's the air gap that makes the difference because mine's real close to the ceiling, so there's not much air gap. But if you have a lot of air gap, then it.
And I'm not sure if I think they insulated the roof, and then we're insulated right above our drop ceiling too. I think, just for to keep it easier to cool. But I don't know. I haven't been up to our attic, and I could. It's easy. We've got a stairwell going up there, like a nice big heavy duty one, and a door. It's really easy to get up to. But that's stairs, and I don't like climbing stairs.
No, stairs, ladders, all that. Climbing inside the engine bay and out the engine bay because you forgot a socket, and back in and out. About 4 or 5 times of that, and I'm about done.
Done. Yeah, I like I said, I got the engine ready to go on the back of my truck tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll move my wife's car out. I'll back the truck in after I get the engine up on the hoist, and then I'll put that in the bed of my truck and then get it out of here, and that'll get that engine off. Then I'll take the other engine off the other engine stand and put the flywheel back on it.
Oh, I learned something else this week.
What's that?
So I didn't know this. So I'm playing around with my hydraulic lifter, right? And I measured like the plunger depth of, okay, it has 160 thousandths from top to bottom. All right, so I should be able to set my preload pretty much anywhere in there. Like I want to be, halfway or above, or something like that, right? Well, what I didn't know is hydraulic lifters, that's not your running. Like when it runs, it's going to pump up. Oh, okay. So you need a little bit of room to pump up. Well, when they first pump up is different than whenever, like if you run the engine for like 50 miles or something, that changes.
Really? I don't.
Yeah. So where it was running and I put everything together with the longer push rods because, factory Mopar, they had like push rods that were 30 thousandths too short, no preload at all, right? They had 30 thousandths lash. So I ordered longer push rods. They were a little too long, but it's like, well, it's still within that range. Worked fine. And then, a couple months after driving it, which I don't drive it a lot, so about 50 miles later, all of a sudden it's starting to hang open my intake valve. And I'm like, what's going on? But I found out they will pump up and get to a different working pressure. And I guess that's one of the big benefits to running a adjustable rocker system is, oh, okay, I just need to adjust my stuff, But with
Just-
non-adjustable, you're kind of, stuck with what you got.
Hmm. I'm not used to dealing with that at all.
What's that?
I'm not used to dealing with that at all. Like all my engines now that I have are all they're no push rods in them, and a while back, a lot of the engines I dealt with, I did solid lifters.
Well, you kind of get the same, I guess, kind of the same effect there because you got to have some sort of preload somehow, right?
Well, that's all done in the rocker.
Yeah, don't they have those little baby lifter looking things or something? Or what engine has those?
I don't know.
Or is it literally a rocker, like a
The-
cam on a like a rocker valve and cam all attached with no
It's
cushioning or anything?
it's the lash adjusters and the mod motors.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You just have to do the lash adjustment.
So that would be the same idea. It's just
Right.
my lash adjuster is a push rod versus a lash adjuster, right?
Well, no, I mean, think of a lash adjuster as being like a lifter in a way, like a roller lifter.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of a rocker arm, it's called a follower.
Potatoes. We all know it's a rocker arm.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's like a cam follower.
Yeah.
It is a cam follower.
Okay.
That's what a
Well,
rocker arm does. It's a cam lift amplifier. I mean, if we want to
Hand
get
lift
technical, right?
amplifier.
Come on.
Well, we got them machines that work. It's got cam followers, so that's the only way I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you're saying this widget, right? It has a little cushion in it, like a hydraulic cushion, like pumped up with oil. Is that kind of how that works, or it's springed or something to take up the shock?
On the old school style?
No, on what he's talking about, the
Oh,
overhead cam stuff.
Oh, on the overhead cam, nothing takes up the shock. They ride right on those what are they called? There's a name for them.
Lobes?
No, well, yeah, you're right. The lobes ride right on. I just had mine apart in the Focus earlier. You've got what are the cap covers over the valves called over the springs?
Them damn things.
The retainers.
There's no, not the retainers. The things that go over top of that the lobes push on.
Oh, kind of like a lash cap.
It's a cup. It's basically a cup that's over top of the valve. There's a name.
Yeah,
for
I
it.
mean, we used to call them lash caps. I don't know what they call them now because we don't call rockers anymore. But
It's not stems, but they're round. They look like cups that are upside down.
yeah, exactly. A lash now you got me all confused. A lash cap.
There's-
Yeah.
But the way you adjust those is by getting different thicknesses of them and putting one in that fits right with the cam. Mine I didn't take them apart, so they're fine. But
So
the works,
essentially, what you're saying is it's like a solid. All the new vehicles are like a solid lifter.
Basically,
cam set up where there's no hydraulic cushioning going on
no
at all. Right?
cushioning, nothing. It is directly on the lobe the whole time.
Okay. So that's why you have to have a little bit of lash, so whenever you get thermal growth, you're not hanging valves open and stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's all foreign to me, so go for it.
So that's why
Well, I
when
mean,
you
I have a solid lifter engine from the factory. It's a slant 6.
yeah. So when you first put, if you redo the cams and like say a Ford the Focus, when you're doing those overhead cams, you have to, they have to be, you have to have a specific, I don't remember what it is, space in between your lobe and the cam when it's at, I can't remember what, you got to check it at both fully released and fully engaged. There's a whole way that you have to do it.
It shouldn't be anything fully engaged. You're trying to lift stuff up.
Well, yeah, exactly. You have to check it though to make sure that it's fully engaged. It's actually touching it and pushing on it hard. If it's not, you've got other issues.
Yeah.
Because it does throw the valves a decent amount. They move, they open pretty deep. But yeah, it's not fun to do. I've seen people do it. I've watched videos on it being done where they screwed up, and when they took all of them apart, they forgot what order they were in, so they couldn't put them all back in the same, and so they had to buy it. And then they also upgraded and put a different cam in anyway. So that
Well, I mean, all you need is 2 filler gauges. Set your intake to 10 and exhaust to 20. I mean,
I
right?
don't know what, I don't remember what it is that it has to be, but it may be that, may not be. I don't remember what the actual.
See, that's why I can't work on new stuff like that, because I'd be working on it like the old stuff, and I'd have it so jacked up, no one would know how to fix it.
There's a procedure you follow. That's all. The problem is,
Yeah, I mean, they don't even torque heads in the right
cam followers
pattern anymore nowadays.
That's what they are. They're cam followers. They are cam followers. The cam followers.
I'll be damned.
You can buy them in like I think 10 or 12 or 15 different thicknesses and sizes, and you have to have them all. You're going to need them all because you have to replace them.
Because each one of them is going to be different, or could be different.
You replace them. You know, they don't have. I don't think they have shims that go underneath. They might have shims that go in them, but I don't remember seeing that on any of the videos I've watched. But
hey, Mike's Garage.
Yes, sir.
You're doing a lot of smiling there. What are you doing? Watching TikTok?
I'm here. Say again?
I said, you're doing a lot of smiling there. Are you watching TikTok? He gone.
No, I created a video. Let me just get it finished, and I'll play it for you guys, and you guys are gonna laugh your ass off.
Oh hell!
He's making AI videos. My God, this little spot where that bee stung me a couple weeks ago is just like a really hardened scar now or something. It's
Must have been a killer bee.
I want to get that checked out.
Killer bee got you.
no, it's just like the scab on it. It's just weird. It's a weird scab. That's all.
Maybe a UFO picked you up and planted something in you.
Coulda.
Hey, Woody.
What up, Woody?
How y'all doing?
Oh, look at this professional setup right here.
Yeah, Woody come in just at the right time with killer bees.
I'm just here to listen.
Well, I don't know who you're gonna listen to because I ain't talking much.
You know, we're talking about how we got the same components in engines. We just put them in different places and call them something different. Instead of, a lash cap, it's, what is it, a cam follower now? And what do we call the rocker arm nowadays?
Yeah, there's no such
Follower.
thing.
Okay,
follower?
so we got a cam follower, and then we got the other little widget that we was talking about that's a latch cap.
Hell, I've been working on cam followers since since the early 80s.
Yeah, well, these are in my engine. They're
Well, I know that, Pink. I'm just messing with you.
I'm just they're very similar to the cam followers I used to do on the old old machines my dad used for silk screen printing for his business.
Yeah.
And it was they all ran off the cam followers and air and vacuum. It
Now,
was just
now the cams and then our machines was every cam was a different size, or the followers was different size. You had 12 inches, 5 inches, 16 inches, whatever.
That's
whatever
a
it
pretty
needed.
good lift right there.
Yeah, that's a big lift.
That's a big lift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember having to time those things because for me it was like you had to time it to make it so the plate had to come down, and then when the plate got down to the bottom, then the next cam would be in the following, would be pushing the squeegee out and then pull it back, and then as soon as that was done, the next it'd have to cam it up, and you had to time all those were on different cam, on different followers on the same cam, and if you didn't time it just right, it didn't work right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got one at work, Pinks. It's I would say it's 20 feet long.
That's much bigger than what I was dealing with.
Yeah, but I'm
mine
just saying we got those.
The one I was doing was about the same size as a t-shirt screen printer, but older and heavy and made to print thick film metals on silicon, making like the old hybridized, the small circuits on chips before they made them the way they make them most of the time now. The IC chips you see now are the replacement to those.
So I bet you're glad they have PLC programming now, huh?
Who, me? Hell yeah, that's what my company does mostly.
Yeah.
We're
a lot better than the old mechanical way, right?
Yeah. Well, the mechanical way is still sometimes the better way to do things for things like that. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It's simple, it's easy. In certain things, it's cheaper to do it that way.
Yeah, instead of buying all the actuators and stuff like that.
I mean, look at an Allen Bradley PLC. Those damn things are expensive.
Yeah. And then you got to have, what is it, LabVIEW or whatever PLC program, and then you got to have someone who can program it.
Allen Bradley has their own. LabVIEW is what's used mostly for what is it? NI, National Instruments.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
National Instruments uses NI or LabVIEw a lot. I mean, you can use LabVIEW for a lot of different things, but
yeah, LabVIEW has a lot of stuff. Yeah, I thought I was it's like I know how to program a little bit, like the object oriented programming. And I went over there and I was watching, someone do the PLC program. Oh, this shouldn't be all that bad. What is that? It's like completely not related to anything else programming.
Yeah, I haven't used LabVIEW since my last job, so that's been over 3 years ago, and I didn't use it much in my job. I used, I mostly did anything like I did a couple of PLC programs for, oh God, I can't think of the brand anymore. But it was really simple ladder logic.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, like ladder logic stuff, and you got this little, line going to this box here, and then it has weird programming. It's not like normal coding programming,
No, it's not coding. I mean, so what we do, we use the Allen Bradley stuff, and I don't remember what the name of it is because I don't do it. I'm not one of the engineers, so I don't touch that. But, they do programming of all types of sorts inside of that software, to be able to do so many different things. Because that's what we do. We're an engineering firm, basically. We build stuff to control other people's stuff.
Yeah. A friend of mine, or actually an old coworker, friend of mine, that's what he does, stuff like that, and like test engineering stuff, and designing new equipment and everything. That's a whole nother world.
Yeah, I just do the drawings. I do the electrical drawings to be able to get the PLCs wired to the stuff that needs to be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even do the wiring anymore. I used to do that in my old job. I don't even do that anymore. Now I just do the drawings.
That's a lot easier on the hands, isn't it?
I don't know about that. Using a mouse every day kind of hurts. Using a computer every day, it's not. After years of doing the other job, my hands are already just gone. They
Yeah.
hurt. Yesterday, my right hand was in so much pain. I was having trouble doing anything. Just pain, and I think it's from driving home Sunday. That did not.
Probably driving messes my hands and arms up too. Like I'll be driving and have to like shake my hand out because it's going numb.
Well, yeah, but I drove for basically 11 hours straight.
Oh yeah, that would kill
Dang.
my arms.
Yeah. Wasn't too bad though, didn't it? I only had a little traffic on the way home.
Hey Woody, see what I made?
Looks like I can't see it.
Looks like I can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like a Dodge pickup.
It is. That's that
It is?
power
Oh.
wagon. I took a picture of it. I used
Okay.
SolidWorks to outline it, and then had a friend of mine 3D print it for me.
Oh yeah.
And then
Right
I
on.
did this one as just kind of learning this. Oh, my camera's up there. That's just a solid version of it instead of the cutouts. I did that one first, and then did the cutout.
Very cool.
The cutout one has much more definition to it anyway.
Yeah, they come out a lot better. Like I said, I did this one first. Oh, okay. Well, now that I have that, what else can I do?
Apparently, cut some holes in it.
Exactly. It took a little while to do all that.
Yeah. Your ride home will start Friday morning early. Yeah. Oh, you're still in North Carolina, Salty? Yeah, I went. What was it? Wednesday. I left last Wednesday and went up to Michigan. That was 11-hour drive. Then came home Sunday. Back at work Monday morning.
Hey, Salty, I heard you about your dog. Sorry to hear about that, man.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the other one. We're playing around with translucent stuff, which you can't really see. I don't have a light behind it, but
Right. Yeah.
yeah, I don't have a light over here. Anyways, here's the cutout version. You can see that better, right?
It looks solid to me. The
Yeah,
cutout.
translucent, right?
Yeah. I see it.
So now, if I had a light, I could go get my phone and turn the light on, but it's in there. Anyways,
Hold that one back up there. I'm gonna full screen it so that I can see it better.
maybe
I can't see through it at all. It's to me it's
Yeah.
not translucent.
light
It-
does go through it. This one you can see.
Oh, light goes through that one, no problem. That one I can see your
Yeah.
hand through.
Yeah,
the
move,
solid.
move your
Yeah.
hand. Move
I
your
think it's a
hand.
camera thing. Let me get a light. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You gonna blind me?
Well. Hey, Salty, I got a question. Was your dog with you? I hope.
Oh, he don't leave that dog nowhere.
Okay, good. Because I'd hate it for somebody when they go away and they come home and find
Yeah.
that happens.
Yeah,
with
because he's not going home till Friday morning.
Oh yeah, I see. That
Yeah.
looks when you do it like that.
Now the
it
camera makes it look weird, but yeah, you can kind of see the texture.
It
And the
kind of looks
idea
like
here
that,
is-
stuff those cookies are made out of. The waffle.
Yeah.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's how you can see the cross hatching
now I
in
can see
there.
it,
That's how that's the infill, right?
Okay.
So I can change that to like a circle style and make tail lights for it, because like at 70 Dodge, those tail lights are like $100 each for a little
Oh,
piece
wow.
of plastic. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that for $100. It's like y'all are on crack or something. Someone might buy it. I ain't.
They are.
So what I'm thinking of doing is taking this material, get it in red, refine the process, and then make those tail light lenses.
That'd be cool.
Mhm.
What year is that Dodge?
This one that I'm showing is this is the 78. So that's the 73 to 80-ish, 79, 80. Then they did the double square headlights, and they went to the single square headlight.
Okay.
They only did the double square like 2 years or something.
Right.
So my dad's, the swept line truck is the one I want to do the taillights for, because I can't buy. Well, I can at $100 each.
Oh,
and I'm not
man.
doing it. So it's a
I'm-
1970. That's the swept line style.
Salty, I am so sorry. That really does suck. Yeah, that does suck.
Oh, I didn't know that. I apologize.
It's terrible.
It happened to a friend of ours too. She lost her Pomeranian when she was here, and the Pom was back in Washington. And for me, it was bad enough that I wasn't there with my dog when she passed. When
Yeah.
she was at the vet, I thought she was fine. I was wrong. Mike kicked himself off.
It looks like he was lagging out a little bit. So he
I
might have,
think he's trying to do something,
yeah.
but I don't know. We'll find out if he comes back.
I don't know. Sometimes it's probably better if you're not there.
Not for me, it's not.
Well, I know. I agree. I understand what you're saying, but I think I would. Well, it's put it this way. It's according to how the dog passed away. How's that?
Well, that's true. That's true.
I forgot. How old was that dog, Salty? I know you told me, but I can't remember.
I don't remember either. I know he's told me too.
Yeah.
Mike is back.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Got a storm, so it got kicked off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had those all day yesterday. It just
We've been having
thunderstorm,
lots of
rain. It would go away and come back, and it's like one of those get up and unplug everything, and okay, we're good. Plug it back in, and then the lightning strikes come back. It's like did that all day.
I got lucky because it didn't rain the entire time I was gone. Like the week I was gone, it didn't rain the whole week. I got home and it hadn't rained, but the plan was, and I was too tired Sunday to cut the grass. Then I see the weather report's going to rain on Monday evening. And I'm like, let's hope it holds out. I get home from work on Monday and I get the grass cut. I get the backyard done. I get the front yard done. I'm back in the backyard. This is after a delay of running out of gas and then having to get a battery to be able to start it again because the battery in it's dying, and then having to go get more gas. And then, so I get the back done, I get the front done, and then I go back to the back to go over it to like mulch it up and thin it out so it's not so much clumpy grass all over the place.
So it looked like a golf course. We get you.
I don't care if it looks like a golf course. I just don't like big, thick clumps of grass all over the place. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. How much was that battery?
And I'm going over it, and I'm almost done with it, and I feel a couple of drops of rain. And I'm like, that's fine. And then I see a big bolt of light, and I'm like, okay, we're done.
Yep. Pin it to the floor. We're putting this on. We're done.
Wait for the shed.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's cut. All I had was, like a couple of rows left all the way in the back. Not a big deal. And then, with the rain actually helps because the rain helps get rid of, because I was actually going over it in a lot of spots for a third time, but it's, with the blades raised up a little bit more. And so it's just chopping up the grass.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. It'd be nice if I could do that in one pass and it wouldn't come out like clumped and like this thick, but the grass was really heavy because it's been raining so much this year. I haven't been able to cut it.
Yeah.
It's a fine line because I like cutting the grass when it's has a little moisture to it, so it don't turn into dust, so I don't, die from allergies.
Well, I will either way, and I don't mind. Problem is, if my backyard is wet, I can't cut it. I'll sink in.
Yeah.
My lawnmower will just sink in. It turns to a swamp out there, and it takes it literally a good week of solid sun to dry out.
Yeah, here's the neighbor's yard right there.
Hold on, I can't see
Was
that.
that Tuesday or something?
Wrong person.
Yeah. That's
Not one.
That's what my
Holy hell.
backyard looks like.
that's not my yard. That's the neighbor's yard. I was
That's
like,
what-
man, that's crazy. And I'm the one in the flood zone. Mine looks fine.
9.5. Oh, she was still kind of young.
Oh, that's the picture I started with for those silhouettes.
Oh, okay.
And then just background removed it and then loaded it up as a sketch and traced it and so on.
I see where.
So
okay,
I think
I was wondering
that
what
one might make a good. That one may make a good one right there.
I like that. So, cow catcher, your pusher bar there.
I was trying to get that in there, and I couldn't figure out how to do it without cutting everything all up.
Yeah. So in
Because
your
I'm doing it,
silhouette, I
essentially
noticed
2D.
there's a bump sticking down on one side, but not the other. So it caught part of it, but not the other half.
No, that's actually the differential.
Is that your death?
Yep, I made sure to
Good.
put the differential in there, and I cut out the cow guard.
Okay. Is the differential is that part of the side? I guess so.
Yeah, it's on the left side.
Four-wheel drive, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the front diff. I wouldn't think you'd see the back diff from that angle.
No. But yeah, I was trying to get that in there, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it. But what I may do, like what I said before, instead of making a straight cut in there all the way through, just go in and put a groove in it instead. Then I might be able to groove it in over the top of it once I'm done. Because I still see the picture. Whenever I'm drawing it, I can turn the picture on and off.
That's cool. Oh.
So that's kind of cool because I could go to a car show or something and find a cool car and do the same thing.
Yeah, it's I think a silhouette or that side angle view would look pretty cool too. But I don't know how that.
Yeah. See, I already got the picture for it right there.
That would look really good.
Yeah. I mean, it's backwards. I think it's backwards in the camera. It's showing backwards on my screen anyway.
Doesn't matter to me.
It could be pointing to the left.
Either way, it's a side view. Is that the driver's side I'm looking at?
Yeah, that's the driver's side.
Then it's on the right. It was facing the right way.
Oh, okay. So it must be whenever I'm viewing, like what I'm watching on my screen looks weird then. It flips it or something.
Sometimes it does that. I have screen, so I have it so it so my camera's reversed on my screen. I have that setting set.
Oh, okay. Maybe I need to change that so that whenever I'm looking at it, I see it the way it is.
It's opposite on the TV. So my YouTube view of it, it's still the opposite way. It only reverses it for me.
Okay.
So for me, it looks just like I think it should look, like a mirror image.
Mm-hmm.
But on TV, it's backwards because that lamp over here, is to my right, not to my left.
Yeah.
So on the TV, looks like it's to my left.
Yeah. My dust collector is actually on my left. Or showing up on the phone, it shows on the left.
It's weird, isn't it? When you're trying to point in something, you're always pointing the wrong direction.
Well, the problem is when I'm pointing here and I'm looking up at my screen is delayed. My TV is delayed. The chat's faster than it is on StreamYard, but the screen is delayed. So I'm looking up there. I'm like, why is my arm not showing up? Oh, yeah. Gotta wait.
Yeah.
I
can see the chat pop up on my other screen over here, and then I know to look over here because someone said chat. So
yeah, even after I hit it live again on TV, and it just doesn't catch up because there I'm pointing, but it's not pointing yet. And there, nope, no, it's waving around. Now it's pointing. Took that long. I'll jump on the panel and tell you what was wrong with her, but I don't think I could talk about it without breaking it down. That's totally fine, Salty. There's no need. We understand.
Well, I'm going to get off here. I just want to drop in, say hi. It's been a few weeks, so.
Well, I wasn't on last week, so that's fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, sometimes after work and, working out in the garage, I just really, gets this time of the evening, I just want to chill,
That's usually what I'm doing every night. Is chilling, watching TV with my wife.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm about to go do is watch some TV and relax.
Yeah, you go do that. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yep.
If I find the exit button, there it is.
It's right there. There, you found it.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump back on in just a moment. I got to jump off for just 1 second.
Okay, I'll be here.
All right.
And then there were 3, and Bama's muted. Why are you all muted, Bama? You inside or doing something right now? You ain't even listening.
It's a storming over here.
It's funny that I'm used to on this screen where I can see the mute microphone and his name, but up on the TV I can't because that's YouTube. YouTube doesn't show that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it would, but it doesn't. It was sad when I got home and I realized that I didn't have the paid for version of this anymore because now it says powered by StreamYard up in the corner instead of my avatar.
Yeah.
It's been
It
pink
lit-
for years.
They just
But
want too much money for it, don't they?
God, it's just ridiculous how much it is. I could understand, when it was, $20 a month. And before that it was $10, but then they just went straight to $35 a month. 40,
Yeah.
If you pay monthly, it's $45. That's $500 a year. If you
That's
pay monthly,
ridiculous.
and that's I could understand if that was their top tier one. No, she wasn't able to go with because she had to have eye surgery like the day before, and so she couldn't do the trip. So she had to go in to have eye surgery like on Monday. She went to see the doctor. The doctor scheduled her for eye surgery the next day. And so at 8:00 the next day, we were getting her eye fixed. And then the day after that, the day I left, we were at a doctor's appointment. And that's why I didn't get out of here until like 10:00 in the morning or so. And, you're losing an hour when you're traveling to the East Coast anyway. So I didn't get up there till 10:00. They were still awake.
Was she having LASIK surgery or something?
No, she had a bleed
Oh,
in the back
okay.
of her eye. She had a
Ooh.
retina that split. And so this time he fixed it, and then he fixed the whole thing. He lasered the whole thing. Didn't take long. I mean, it was like real quick appointment. The surgery was in and out. We were so she had to be there by 8:30, and I think we got out of there by 9:30, 10.
It's pretty fast.
What up, T?
Hola, ¿cómo está, mijos? Dama.
It sucks that you couldn't make it either, T. You weren't there.
Oh.
RG wasn't there.
Yeah. They weren't letting me off of work on Monday. And
I get it.
man, that would have just been a hump.
Oh God, it was bad enough for me.
Yeah. I mean, I would have shared the drive. I would have drove up with you and shared the driving. But what time did you get home on Sunday?
I got home on Sunday like 5:00.
Yeah. So that would have been 9 to 10 o'clock for me because I still have to go south.
Yeah, and you're an hour different in time. You're in the same time zone.
Yeah. So that would have been.
And Mike
It would
was
have sucked, but I wish I could have made it. That'd have been nice to see everyone for sure.
Yeah, and a couple. Yeah, RJ decided he wasn't coming at the end there for one reason or the other, and a couple people didn't make it because couldn't get time off of work.
Yeah, I'm busy right now. We got a new sergeant, and he's
I
a
went back
lot better.
this morning thinking I needed to be there Monday morning, and then come to realize after I got there Monday morning and was a couple hours into work that I didn't, because everything I needed to have done by Monday morning I had gotten done before I left.
That's because
Because
you're
I worked.
pissed.
Well, no, because I worked the first day that was supposed to be my vacation. I worked,
Okay.
and I only worked half a day, but I worked, and then Monday was supposed to be the last day of my vacation, so I was actually going to take 3 days off.
Yeah.
It was, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Monday. I ended up taking part of Tuesday off. I took Wednesday off. We had Thursday and Friday off for 4th of July, and then the weekend. So
Nice.
I took what 1.5 days off.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Woody, what was
T.
that machine? What was that machine you was working on today, buddy?
Oh, that's my air compressor. The pressure valve went out on it, and
Your video today?
He
got
went
me a
live today for a little while, and I saw it. I had to go. I was getting at the doctors and everything today. Yeah. Yeah, Pinks, my L1 is compressed and degenerated, and I got bone spurs and arthritis in it. So they're working on me, trying to get me back up and running, which feels
Welcome to
great.
my world. So I had 4 of those that I had
Jeez
to have
Louise.
fused together because they were so bad. But when they were done with surgery, I didn't realize this was going to happen. I gained an inch of height back that I'd lost over the years.
It's crazy. I feel so much better after just 2 weeks of this physical therapy, and they do some sonic thing where they break up.
Oh,
Break
Yeah, it
up
feels
the
good.
spurs.
Yeah, break up the spurs and any type of scar. It helps break up scarring and add fresh blood into the area to stimulate repair. So it's all good.
right
Is that
there,
one of those
putting it.
double tank, like 5 gallon?
Yeah, the pressure valve, the oven. This is the part of the oven here. It took a dump on me, so I've got a generic one. I got to rig up.
Yeah. There you go, Woody.
What compressor is that?
It's a Lowe's or Cobalt Quiet Tech.
Oh, is it one of those really quiet ones you can barely hear?
Yeah, yeah.
When I say barely hear, I mean compared to a regular one, you can hear them. They're just super quiet.
Yeah,
That's
it's
nice.
pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Mine goes.
The bleeder valve tube on it's all janky, and I gotta run a new one.
Fun times.
Yeah.
I need to bleed pressure out. I need to bleed the water out of the bottom because I know it's got some in it, and I haven't done it in a while.
Woody be fixing shit.
Trying to keep from having to buy another one.
I'll tell you right now, if something breaks on my air compressor, I'm fixing it because those 60 gallon, 160 psi compressors are not cheap.
They've gotten expensive.
Look at the capacitor on this thing.
That's a nice little capacitor for the little motor.
Wow.
Mine's yours runs on 110 though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just it's
Mine's
relatively small one.
Mine's a 240, so it's got a fairly decent sized 5 horsepower motor on it.
I know
That one over there.
now they
That one over there. Hold on. Don't zoom away from that. Let me see if I can. It's Caulfield.
Yeah,
So-
Caulfield. It's a 2-stage or whatever you call it.
Yeah, I think mine might be a 2-stage. What's your max pressure on that? 150, 160?
I don't even know, man. I don't even remember.
Stay on it. I like the
It
fact
probably
that
does.
mine can keep. If I'm not using if I'm not like blowing air directly out, if I'm not using like an air blower, it can keep up with me. If it has to, once it drops down to like I think 100, at like 100 psi, it kicks on and it'll keep up with me. I've never run it out of air. Never run it below usable pressure. It's an Italian-made pump. It's got the tank was made in Ohio. It's an old Harbor Freight. It's from back when their air compressors used to be really good. The original ones, they're big ones. So it's an Italian-made pump and a Ohio-made tank put together, and the motor on it's been changed before. It's on its second motor. But I bought it used for like $200. I ain't complaining. But I do probably need to pull it. I probably need to pull it apart, take the tank in, and have the tank cleaned out. Because I don't have the stuff to do. I might actually have the stuff to do that with now. If I pull everything off and get into it, I could probably blast it from the inside. We could do I could probably sandblast the whole thing, clean out any excess rust on it. But I don't have the way to test it to see if it's still a viable pressure vessel.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I worry about because I've seen what happens to some of those old ones when they get too much rust in them. They blow up. They blow out. They'll crack open. Most of the time, though, you're lucky and they crack, and then they just leak air out and they don't blow
out. Yeah. Look out.
because it does have pressure reliefs on it. So
Yeah.
That's good. Dale, how are you tonight, Mr. Barbecue Miguel? Hola, ¿cómo está, mijo?
in the wife's car and gave it a good old wax. I don't wax any of my cars. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Too much work.
Barbecue Mike, he wax on, wax off.
Oh, wax on, wax
Wax
off.
on, wax off.
Off. Don't forget to
Yeah.
paint the fence.
You paint that fence, not side to side, up and down.
Up and down. I remember that movie.
Oh man.
It was on last night.
I mean, I remember the original movie. It was at the time was such a good movie, and it was a
Oh
new.
my gosh.
You know,
Gentlemen, you got that right. Pinks, I've been watching old episodes of Chips season 1.
oh God, I haven't watched that in forever.
That is the shit that made me want to ride motorcycles. I've been watching episodes of The
Same
Fall
here.
Guy. The Fall Guy. Come on.
He could
Man.
jump from a tall building. He could roll a brand new car.
Because
'Cause
I'm
he's
the
the
unknown
stuntman.
stuntman that made Redford such a star.
There you go.
But yeah, that was, brother. And I'm telling you right now, you compare it to this modern day trash, it doesn't have all this
Some of it
AI
does, some of it doesn't.
graphics blowing up and all this
No,
other
but
crap.
Some of it's a little cheesy.
Yeah,
You
it
got to
can be.
remember that, especially on Chips. There was some cheesy stuff with Punch.
But how in the hell
And
were
my
them
Punch,
damn women in the 70s looking so fine? All them babes they had on there?
it was
God
Hollywood.
bless.
It was Hollywood.
It was AI.
Man, it was
AI.
AI. Hey, it was A&T, ass and tits. A-T,
Yeah, but
ass
damn,
and
AI in
tits.
the 80s.
What is up, Mr. Mach 1?
What up, Gary?
The prodigal son, Mr. Mach 1.
Mr. 55 himself.
Yeah, I watched Debbie Does Dallas. Shit. Hey, Debbie did Dallas, but she never did Salty.
I know we had a drive-in in this area. It was called the Goober.
The Guru,
And
I love
I
it.
only went there one time. I went with some buddies, about 5 of us, got in the Camaro, 70-something Camaro, and went over there. Hell, I've never been there. Went in
Hey.
there, and it was Debbie doing Dallas. I said, yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
Wrong
I bet
drive-in.
you. Hey, he was in the back seat sitting in between two guys skiing.
That's just what he dreams when he's sleeping in between the two guys when they're out camping.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Mach 1. They were real. It wasn't all this fake. You know, they had maybe it's Maybelline on and Oil of Olay. It's my secret, but that was about it. It wasn't all this augmentation and lasers, scalpel.
Well, that's back when a
and-
beaver was a beaver because it was fur.
That's right. That's like Winona. Winona had a big brown beaver and she showed it off everywhere. How good was Primus? Woody, I guarantee you listened to Primus, didn't you?
Not a whole lot. No.
You never
I
listened to
listened to
Primus?
Primus.
I mean, I've heard of them.
They
Yeah.
were really good in concert.
Just the bass lines and everything else they threw out. And Jerry was a race car driver and he drove around everywhere. You know, shit like that. Where does that come from?
My brother listened to them real heavy.
Probably mushrooms where it come from.
Yeah. You know what?
They were kind of messed up. I mean, even their stage show, they put on those weird cowboy outfits.
Yes.
Stage show. Now, mind you, I was not sober at that concert. I was maybe on
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Maybe
Maybe.
3 initials
Maybe.
was its name. And maybe it was just flying me high.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have to say they put on a great show. Like they did at one point, like I'd swear it was 30 to 45 minutes of just jamming, just
Yeah.
riffing off each other, and it was
It's
just
crazy.
so good.
Maybe you were so high you thought it was 35 minutes.
No. But other people agreed with me and the clock.
That's when you really think about it. All
No, for me,
that
it
great
felt like
music.
2 hours
Yeah.
or more.
All that great music made years ago, they were really fucking high.
Yeah.
And Salty, I'm sorry to hear about your dog, buddy. I know how it feels. I still wake up crying about mine. 30. It's been 24 years later. And if I have a
Wow.
dream about that dog, I still wake up with tears on my pillow.
Hey, when we went to concerts in the 70s, you wasn't high. You wasn't with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the truth. And that's why you got that job at the cigar shop, huh, Bama? Because you're so good at rolling one up and rolling it tight, making it right.
Yeah.
The best thing I liked about the 70s was we was young. You rolled them. You didn't care if it was tight. Just the other person, and you know I'm talking about tight.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
I
you
don't
know,
miss the 70s so much. I miss the more of the late 80s and early 90s because before that I was way too young for anything.
yes, sir.
Mm.
Just being young and not in pain and able to just do whatever I want and thinking I was invincible.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
10 foot tall and invincible, weren't we, gentlemen?
Oh, you
10
know
feet
it.
tall and bulletproof.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Full of piss and
Yeah.
vinegar.
You have to ask Mary when she's 10 foot tall.
I remember being told in the infantry, remember the number one Murphy's Law of the infantryman, you are not Superman. But we thought we were.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, back then, that's when men were men and women were women.
And
What's
that's
a
all you
woman? What's a
Yep.
woman?
What's a woman?
Yeah, what's a
The
woman?
sheep, the sheep were
Why
nervous.
throw? Yeah,
got.
and
Gary,
sheep are nervous around Bama.
men are men and sheep are scared.
That's right.
I didn't say it, Bama.
And easy,
It don't bother me none.
Easy, Francis.
Yeah,
You mess
if
with
we
any of
wasn't
my
on the
shit,
live stream, I could tell you
and I kill you.
my first wife's grandfather. He was in what was he in? World War? No, her great grandfather was in World War II, and he told me a story one time, and I can't repeat it on here. And it had something to do with what we just said,
Yeah.
Oh,
or
Well, I'll
y'all
tell
said.
you
I
what.
didn't say it.
But in the 70s,
Oh yeah.
in the 70s and early 80s, you didn't have to take anything to get high. You just walked in and you got a contact. That's
Hell
all it
yeah.
is.
Exactly.
Gary, I didn't even see you come up, man. Like a ninja.
Contact. I remember my first big real rock concert. My buddy Mike Hall, his brother John, and Birdie, they were big. Remember this term? Burnouts. They were burnouts. But
You know,
their girlfriends pissed them off.
it's
They
funny.
took me and him with them. They said, "Come on, man, you and Ted are going with us tonight, man." We went and saw Rush Power Windows tour.
Oh hell yeah.
And you
Oh,
know what's
dude.
funny?
And all that marijuana floating around in there. And I kind of knew what marijuana was to a degree, but I didn't know it like that. Them mother scratches was smoking. They weren't joking.
You know
Hell
what
yeah.
about that story, T?
What's that, man?
Barbecue Mike's name is Mike Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
You got
Now,
that orange hair smoke floating around, you'll be fine.
yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. I went to my old boss knew that I wanted to see the Grateful Dead just to experience all the stuff that went on at the Grateful Dead concerts back when everybody was touring. They would tour with the band. So I
Oh
got a
man.
phone call in the morning and he's like, "You got to get into work." I'm like, "I don't work till tonight. I just worked a double yesterday." He's like, "No, you got to get in." I went in there. He had got me a ticket for the Dead. Now I went and Sting opened up for the Grateful Dead. Well, during intermission, I fell asleep. Well, these people were like, "Man, you're on some really good shit, man. You got any left? Hey, man, you need something to keep you up, man."
Yeah.
And I ain't fool with none of that stuff. So I'm like, I don't know nothing about
Yeah,
it,
they
man.
give you a white
and
cross.
if it
It'll
was
keep you up.
Sting, you were watching like the final tour of the Dead.
It
If
really was. I
that
believe
tour,
he died the following year.
I was going to say that was actually they hadn't toured in a while. That was their first tour in a while. And I didn't see him on that one. I saw him when they were on an older tour when they were, still a little bit younger.
Yeah. It was great though, man. I experienced
It's
it.
such a fun show.
Oh, dude, it was great. I just watching all the zombies and everybody and the culture of that and that era of
I
them
was
keep
and I was
continues following them.
all I was doing was drinking.
There you go. What? Look at Woody. That's
There
right,
you go,
Woody.
buddy.
Reuse, reduce, recycle, just like Jerry said. I had that shirt. It had all the teddy bears walking and around the planet. It said reuse, reduce, recycle.
Hey,
Grateful Dead.
is that the
Garcia.
skeleton on yours?
Nah, it's just a cheap
can't-
knockoff.
Oh,
Bama, what year was your first concert? And who did
Oh
you go
God,
see?
dude.
my first concert. Jeez.
I can tell you, I seen the Globetrotters in 1974,
I seen them too, but I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about
and first concert was probably 76.
I was 5. I wasn't going to concerts then.
and who was that?
Oh God, dude. Probably it was either Rush or AC/DC or somebody. I can't remember, dude. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So 76, that would have made you how old?
That may be 12.
That'd make me 11. I seen Kiss.
I think
I didn't
Kiss.
never get to see
Oh.
Kiss, dude. I did
Detroit
not
Rock
get to see
City
him.
was my first concert, dude.
Dude,
Mine
you
was
went
in
to a-
Knoxville.
Man, that's crazy. What a
My,
great show.
First
The
one.
town I work in, Dothan, they built a civic center in 1974. The first anything happened there was the Globetrotters. I walked down there because I lived like six blocks from there, and then the first concert was either I can't remember if it was either Rush or I can't remember exactly who it was, dude. That was a long damn time ago.
Bama, you walked down there because you couldn't afford 98 cents for a gallon of gas, you cheap bastard.
Now, what happened was it was downhill all the way.
Now,
I
what had
probably rode my skateboard.
What had happened was
Back in '76, they were stealing gas.
Skateboards
Yeah.
were big back then, dude. Skateboards were real big. We used those in our motocross bikes to get around.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know. When I grew up and I got a skateboard, that was like having a car. Then I got a bicycle. Shoot, I was gone like a song.
Yeah, our BMX bikes, dude, they were actually my first BMX bikes was a Huffy.
No kidding.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Yeah, I remember I saved up money and bought a thruster BMX bike off of my buddy, and my brother from another mother. He had gotten an '84 RL Osborne Redline, and man, I love that bike. I actually got one in
Yeah,
in my spare bedroom that I'm going to restore. I got to send it off the powder coat, and there's some repo decals that they make and everything else. That's really cool.
The first bike I had, if you think about it, I think it was the yellow. What was it called? The Super B with a slick on the back.
Nice. Hey Woody, do you have a bike with a banana seat on it?
Oh hell,
Oh, yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah,
We
I
had
did.
choppers. They had banana seats, and they were called hot rods.
I
Yeah.
just had a regular bike with a banana seat on it, and I was so happy when my parents finally bought me a BMX bike with a regular seat, so people wouldn't make fun of me anymore.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that bike. The only problem is
I had a Schwinn and it had the banana seat on it with the big sissy bar.
Hell yeah.
Click on the back. Shit, that thing was the bomb. But my first BMX bike was a Huffy.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what brand my first one was, but like I said, when they bought it for me, it had mag wheels on it, but they were steel and they were heavy. But
Uh-huh.
they weighed a ton.
Well, those
Yeah.
were those little motocross wheels.
Well, Gary, think about this. Now, you probably did the same thing as a bunch of kids around the neighborhood. My mom was single, so she worked 2 or 3 jobs at one time. So we would find bikes on the sidewalk people were throwing away. Our first, what you call motocross bikes, we put 10-speed seats on them some bitches
Yeah.
before they made them.
Uh-huh. Yep,
Yeah.
that was a big thing back then.
Well, we did
Yep.
the same thing, but is what we did. We would take those bikes and we would fix them, and then we would sell would put them like on the corner and sell them.
Yeah.
Busy road. And and my first bike that I built was a Mongoose.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh man, those
Oh
were
yeah,
so
I
cool.
remember
If
those.
you put a bike on the corner of where I lived in apartments, it'd be stolen in 4 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah, it was different where I lived at. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, it
Lock
just
or not, right?
it was
Yeah.
good. So I cut grass, I fixed bikes, and so I could get enough money because my dad was never the type of person saying, "Here, you go buy this." You'd say you want something, he'd say, "This is how you get it."
This is how you do it. Yeah.
You know. So I mean, we was raised differently than these kids nowadays.
Oh, Gary, I worked at the commissary. I was 13 and a half, and it was about a 8 mile bicycle ride over there. I'd ride my bike over there. I worked 1 day a week. Now, when I was in school, I was in junior high. I would I would tell them I got to go to the bathroom at like I think it was like sixth period or seventh period, whatever period the last period was, and I call a cab. It cost me $5 to go get a cab over there, but I'd make $25, $30 bagging groceries. And at 13 and a half, making $80 a month, you were king ding-a-ling.
But that was
In
good money.
1983.
Ding-a-ling.
That was good money.
I
In
do
1983.
remember. I do remember when I wanted a red line really bad, and I finally got a job, and I started working for it. By the time I had the money to buy a red line bike, I used that money and bought a car.
Uh-huh.
That's how much those things cost.
I remember,
The one
man.
I
That's why I
wanted-
Never
never
have
had
one.
The one I wanted was like $700. It was a beautiful thing. I bought my car for $600.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
check this guy out, man. Did Dreams Garage. Man, he's got a pretty decent channel. I'm gonna sub to him.
They had
I can't look.
then when I got then they moved the new commissary, which was another 2 miles away. And I used to ride my bike, but they gave me more hours because I hustled. And the older guys that were like in high school and first years of college, they liked it because I want to make money. The more people you get through, the more tips you get. It was all tip money.
Right?
And so this guy Burl, he lived in my neighborhood. He had gotten a
Burl.
DUI for drinking and driving in his car, so he was riding his bicycle. But we would stop over at Burba Lake in Fort Meade. That's where I was. We'd stop over at Burba Lake, and all the old heads be over there throwing a frisbee around, football, drinking beer, grilling out. We'd go over there. Man, I'd be driving that bicycle half drunk home, riding home at Burl. At 14 years old, here I am. I'm drinking and driving on my bicycle. Oh my
Is
God, we
Fort- is
had so
Fort
much
Meade-
fun.
Is Fort Meade, is that close to Lake Mead? Or is it
It's no,
totally?
it's
No.
it's
Oh,
in
okay.
Maryland. It's very close. NSA shares property with Fort Meade.
I'm gonna say it's nowhere close to Lake Mead.
Yeah,
No.
nowhere close to
Yeah.
Lake
It's on
Mead.
the other side of the country.
Yeah.
But it was definitely, man, that times in life growing up, and you guys experienced the same thing. Gary, you and me have been going back on Facebook on that old stuff.
I'm just saying though, that when I was a kid, my dad had a car lot and stuff like that. So I would clean out the cars and vacuum them and stuff like that and find
All
that
that change.
and I would keep that change and I'd save it. And I cut grass down the street, the house down the street from us. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I was always busy doing stuff to buy that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, find a little shake left in a plastic clear baggie. Save up the shake and find some more shake. Put that in there. Sell that.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, how many shit in those cars? No bullshit.
I can understand what you're saying, man. Find a little bag of shake left over.
Here's that dude's that guy right here, Dented Dreams Garage. That's his link, man. He seems
Yeah, I
like
just went to his channel. That's
Let me click on that. Then.
he's got a pretty nice channel, man.
he does. I like that 68 and like 2 videos ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Woody, the gentleman I connected with you with, he's in Maryland, so he's been going to a lot of Maryland car shows. And
Oh,
I've
Out
been
of
watching
Order?
his stuff. Out of Order, yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
he's in
yeah.
Maryland and goes to a lot of the car shows and events there. And I was like, oh man, I've been there before. Oh,
You
dude,
guys, you guys seen
Yes,
this?
sir.
There's like top fans.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's got Mr. Mach 1 is number 2 behind Salty. But they both have 75 XP. I don't know how that works or what that is.
Might check that out, but Mike, you know your damn camera sucks.
No, it's funny because it says because when I started posting in there, it was giving me experience points.
It's like what? What the hell? I haven't seen that yet.
What can you
Hell,
do
but
with them?
what?
I mean,
I don't know. It's probably just to make people feel good about themselves, most likely.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah, like I says, he's got a pretty decent channel, man. He's got some cool cars.
Yeah.
And
he
stuff.
does. He does. I haven't had a chance. I checked out like his front page. I went to the videos and then
Yeah.
scrolled through a few of them to see what he's got. And yeah, there's a couple there I'm going to watch.
Yeah, I'll
Check
check
that
that
out.
out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I want to check
Check
out that
that out for
16
sure.
Nightmare.
He's got,
I
a little
sub to
beat
it.
up, he's got a beat up Chevy Love there too.
I didn't get to that, but you know, I can only look at so much while I'm.
Oh man.
I prefer
you
watching
done said
on TV anyway.
you said Chevy Love. Then she took me by the hand, going to make love in my Chevy van, and that's all right with me.
all right, with me,
Man, I love that song.
Shit, you'll be having
Yeah.
Over the long
Would you
weekend.
be pulling the guitar out here in a minute?
Yeah, go
no,
ahead.
I'm not.
Look
I'm
at
not
him
going to do that
smiling.
anymore.
Oh, by the way, that live stream that we were showing the racing, that old NASCAR race, it did get copyrighted, but it didn't get a strike.
Well, that's
It
good because
did-
the shit's older than Gary.
Well, it's because it was, I don't know, but it did get copyrighted on me. I did get a message about that, so I took it down.
You got
Bunch of
remember,
sissies.
Bama's older than me, so we're gonna go by Bama's age.
I know.
There you go.
I'm fooling with
All
you.
that poor love, but I love driving it. Needs a V8 though. Well, put a V8 in it.
I told
Yeah.
Salty that I wouldn't play the guitar on the live anymore because apparently it blew his eardrums out or something.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
last time,
Dennis-
you know.
Not on here listening with his headphones. I don't know.
Dennett Dreams Garage. Everybody could use a V8. They're delicious. I like the
Hey,
spicy
you know,
ones.
Denny Garage, dude, pop on the panel here, man.
Yeah, good.
Got room,
Yeah,
I'll
tell us
put-
what's going
let
on.
me put the link back up real quick.
got room for one more.
Yeah, we got room for one more. I can only do 6 anymore now. Okay, so-
I can always
Yeah,
drop
thanks
down
so
if you need me
much.
to.
yeah.
Oh, you are right.
Oh, what?
I mean, I'm not a regular on here, so
No,
no
you
problem.
are right.
Hey, I love seeing you, buddy. It's
I
good
like
seeing you,
your
Woody.
68. I do like
I
that
love you too, man.
You're a good. hey, man. I
No.
love you, man. You're a good guy, man. You got another beer,
Oh, you got
man.
a 70 Monty.
Hey, Robert's Garage, those guys are all good guys, man.
I do love the 70 Monty.
T, don't you start crying.
Oh, you talking
I
about
won't. Man, I'll tell you what I want. I want a damn old Ford Ranchero.
I ran
Oh,
Cherry.
yeah. I love
I
you,
want a
man.
Ranchero red, then down the side, gold leaf turned with some silver in there, man. Like
Yeah,
some
my dad had
dice,
2 of them damn things.
dice on the tailgate, bro. Dice hanging from the mirror, monkey fur on the dash, and a chain link steering wheel. That way I could drive with handcuffs.
You
Okay,
are going to get pulled over and arrested for sure.
yeah, no shit. And a 73
Budget.
Dart Sport. I do like those. I do like the 73 darts.
You forgot about the lone Mopar.
Yeah.
Well, you got do drink. Come on up.
Oh,
you're
man.
driving that, so you're driving that car, we'll have to deport your ass.
I drove a
Make you a jig, T, and weld you up some handcuffs and make you a steering wheel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what. A Dodge Sport. What the hell was that thing my mom had? She had some Dodge. It was a
Oh, it's
2-door with a vinyl top. And I can remember that was like she let me drive it down this dirt road, and I thought I was somebody.
You thought you was
Dude.
king shit, didn't you?
It had a 318 in it.
It was probably a
Shit.
scam.
I don't know if it was a scam. That's
Scamp.
another one that they
Or
had.
Dart.
The Duster?
I think it could have been a Dart.
My wife
Satellite.
My wife just said you were king shit at Turd Mountain.
Hey, you know, tell your wife there's a song by Sturgill Simpson about that, and it is he's king shit at Turd Mountain, and you can have the crown. Sturgill
Yeah.
Simpson, man, he's a
I've
good
heard that
singer.
song.
I like that song. It's funny.
Hey, Jenny
Yeah.
got a El Camino sitting back there. Looks like about a 67 or I mean a 68 or 69.
It's a 72
Ooh.
GMC Sprint Camino, a 70 Monty, 72 GM. Yeah, I had a 73, but it wasn't a GMC. It was the Chevy C15 or the Chevy
I know,
version of that. But it was
I know
70.
where 69 El Camino was right down the road, and the guy just letting it rust in the yard.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love El Caminos. I mean, and especially after watching Cletus with Lumberjack, and I love that El Camino. I'd have rather seen it been restored rather than what they did to it, but it's still fun to watch it.
There's something about the reverse lights and that tailgate I just love.
Huh?
We had that Grand Torino.
I like
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
but
old Kamikaze's El Camino.
the problem
They,
is,
Yeah, El Camino.
is you love getting rammed in the tailgate.
That's somebody else not in the chat right now.
12 bolt. Nice.
Hey,
That's-
Salty, you have a blessed night, man. Be
Night,
good, okay,
Salty.
buddy.
Later, Salt.
Big
Nice,
hugs, buddy.
Salty.
Salty,
Sorry
take
about the dog, brother.
Very, very sorry about the dog. I mean, that's a sad night.
That is terrible.
He loved that little dog.
Oh, fuck. I love all my
Dog.
I lost 3 dogs in the span of like a year and a half, and they were all great dogs. And I lost 2 of them in Washington, and then the last one here, which was been 2 years now. It'll be 2 years on the 12th.
Jeez Louise.
That's
If I had to choose between my dog and a person, I'm going to choose my dog.
I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna choose my dog, except for my wife. My wife would
Yeah.
probably.
Well, yeah.
That's a toss up there, though.
No,
Damn.
You're going to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, you're gonna get a frying pan upside the head.
she's like, whatever.
I had a lady one time said, "You mean you would kill a person over your dog?" I said, "You're damn straight I would."
Damn straight, I would.
Yeah.
Over
Dan,
my
did
dog,
you see
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
He's got a 454 with a turbo 400 and a 12 bolt sitting in that.
I saw that. That's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is badass.
454. I used to love my dad's 454 he had in his old truck, his step side. That thing was a
those
beast.
little 454.
Corvette, it was the Corvette orange colored step side with a old aluminum canopy on the back.
Wow.
And it was sealed, completely sealed, and he had a big foam bed in it. And we'd go on trips, going somewhere, and the kids would be in the back sleeping.
Hell
We'd
yeah.
just be in the back sleeping. It was awesome. Take
Yeah,
that.
those little 454s, dude. Those
Huh?
454s are torque monsters.
It was.
I'll tell you what, man.
The biggest problem with it was the transmission.
I'll be riding around, chirping gears, throwing Brody's chicks dig it, man.
Yeah.
Remember that old term? Man, throw a Brody. Hit that damn e-brake and let the ass end slide.
Yeah. Around the curve.
Daytona, isn't it?
Yep.
That's where they got drifting from.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we were drifting in my buddy's mom's 1984 Escort. back when
That's
drifting wasn't
that's
cool.
flying out of control.
Dude, we'd get those cars driving in the wintertime and get going really fast and pull the emergency brake and that thing would spin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
one of my first responses, the first responder, as a volunteer, the guy done that. The emergency brake didn't work. He hit the embankment and it cut both his thumbs off.
Oh,
Damn.
Damn,
No.
man.
I'll tell you what, when I was in Border, we did it was a polished concrete pad, and they flooded it with just a little bit of water, maybe 1/8 inch,
Oh.
1/4 inch of water.
bad.
And you drove, it was a shit. It was
Car?
a Caprice. It was Caprice police car. Well, they had a box in the back, and their instructor had a remote that would lock the rear wheels up. So you're going around it, and you're doing these controlled slides and skids. Well, me being from Maryland, I got this boy from Sierra Vista with me. He's like, dude, how'd you learn how to drive like this, man? That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Hold up 1 second. Identity Dreams is saying you need your mic cam connected before I can add you. It won't let me add him.
I can.
It's like he doesn't have a microphone or a camera.
Mm.
He can use his
One of 'em.
yellow phone.
Well, he can put a M41 cam in, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm
But we
dealing with
did,
right now.
we did this course, and that guy's like, "Man, I can't believe you know how to drive like this, man. This is
Oh,
crazy."
he's trying to get on. Okay.
So we
Well,
finally get on the skid pad, and he's like, "All right, here's your test, go." So I go around. He's like, "All right, keep on going, son." So I'm going around. I'm getting really cocky now. He hits that thing. That car does 360s. He goes, "Sorry to shut you down, son." He's like he was having too much fun.
Welcome, Dennis Dreams.
Dennis Dreams.
What's up, Dinner Dreams?
Are you there?
There he is.
Can you guys
There
hear
he
me?
is.
There he is.
There we go.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a little
Okay.
quiet, but we can hear you.
Can you hear me
he's got
now?
UFO in the background.
So,
Da-da-da-da.
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Kind of a weird,
Mr.
it's got like a nightlight setup, and it looks kind of
No,
funny, but
it's just as light.
No, I'm just messing with you.
That's a sweet collection of cars you got.
thank you.
Just
Yeah,
for
dude.
Bama.
T, cut that shit off.
Just for Bama.
Yeah, cut that shit off.
Oh, damn it. Hey, don't do that. It hurts my
Oh,
head.
dude, I'm gonna tell you something. If he just got out to 10 millimeter, you better not do that.
Don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
Carol Ann.
When my
Stay away from the light.
I can't have the light on because it hurts my eyes because it flashes the light.
Yeah.
No, the light don't bother me. It's that damn fan, dude.
Well, for me,
Poltergeist.
the fan doesn't bother me if the light's not on.
It takes me back to the late 70s and I fall down.
Hey, Bama, when you come down here to visit, that's where I'm gonna put you on the couch and just
So
put that
how
damn
did you
fan
find this
on.
channel tonight there, Dennis Dreams?
I think it was probably about a year ago that I subscribed, and then I always check for I pop on to various channels, you know, and whenever I see somebody's that I'm subscribed to is doing a live, so I decided to hop on tonight.
This is generally on every Wednesday except for last Wednesday because I was on the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was up in
Are you-
Michigan on the way to Michigan last Wednesday. I
On
actually
the road again.
it's a long drive, but I made it. Made it home too.
I just can't wait to get back on the road.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you made it home too.
What part of the country are you in?
I am in Nebraska.
Nebraska. That's a new one here.
Oh,
Dang. Hey, do you know Marlon Perkins?
I do not.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom? Do you live near
Oh,
there?
hell yeah. Jim, jump on that damn alligator.
I used to live in Omaha. I live a small town outside of Lincoln now.
Nice.
Oh yeah. You
I've
know
been in
the
Nebraska
Nebraska.
once or twice. It's been a while.
I got some friends that live outside of Lincoln there. They're called, the last name's Makovic. They're farmers.
That actually sounds familiar.
So I have to look and see where I was in Nebraska last time. I do believe it was in the Lincoln area. Not sure.
Indubitably.
I have to check the maps because I'm not even sure it still shows all those old trips of mine anymore.
Yeah, I think that's why all my cars are so rusty.
Okay. Yeah, I was most definitely probably went through Lincoln, but I was at Grand Island last time I was there.
Okay, that's about 30, 45 minutes, I think, from here.
Yeah. So I probably went through Lincoln on 80. Yeah, I've definitely been through Lincoln on 80. I've driven across 80 the entire way.
Yeah, that's the easy way. I'm about 5 miles off 80.
That was back in '93 when I was driving across 80.
I was 4.
I was not. I was older. 23. I was 22. Yeah, I was 22 at the time. I was in the Army still. I was transitioning from Hawaii to Alabama the long way.
Yeah, I bet. I was in the Army, but different generation, obviously.
Yeah.
2007.
Well, thank you for your service, sir.
Thank you.
What year?
Thanks for your service. You too.
2007 to 2010 during the troop surge.
Okay. Yeah. I was 90 to 96.
And then I was 11 Bravo. I was dumb grunt.
Yeah, I was too when I went in. I ended up in electronics before I got out, but I started out, I was light infantry. 11 Bravo. Fun time. I should have stayed in the infantry. It would have been easy. I would have probably years.
Always nice to meet another infantryman.
Yeah. Were you light or heavy?
I guess that depends on how you look at it, because they dropped all the other classifications, so they only had 11 Bravo and 11 Charlie.
Well, that's all we had. But light, like in Hawaii, everybody infantry's light infantry. We didn't have vehicles.
Yeah,
So-
I was 4th ID until the 4th ID moved to Fort Carson,
Okay.
and I was stationed at Fort Hood. We reflagged the 1st Cavalry Division, and then we had, when we were 4th ID, we had Bradleys and stuff, so we were mechanized. When we went to 1st Cav, we mostly had nothing other than Humvees. So
If you had Humvees and they carried you around places, you were heavy infantry. Anything, if you had wheels or track under you, you were heavy. Light infantry used Pat and Charlie, leather personnel carriers.
Yeah.
Boots on the ground. We barely ever got rides anywhere. We were always on foot. Yeah. Fun times though. I didn't hate it. I really didn't. I enjoyed it. I loved the hell out of it. I shouldn't have gotten out of it, but I thought my life would go in a different direction, and I didn't know that I would get stuck in a depot level maintenance where it's nothing but politics, and that's what ruined it for me.
Yeah.
The Army, when I was in the infantry, it was like family. I'm Facebook friends with my old captain. You know,
You're friends with him, but is he friends with you?
yeah, he friended me. I didn't friend him.
Oh, okay.
yeah, we still have a Facebook group where the guys we deployed with, we all keep in touch.
Yeah, but you had Facebook when you were in, didn't you?
Not really. I was in a weird generation that had. We were on the brink of technology, but it hadn't really popped up yet. So
Yeah, we didn't have any of that. Cell phones were.
we still had some.
MySpace.
I don't even remember. what they were
Yeah.
called. We still had some of those wind-up cameras, you know.
How
we had
old is Facebook?
Digital cameras were starting to come out and get cheaper, so we were starting to get digital cameras, but the sand would really mess with them.
Yeah.
So.
We were still in the old film camera days. And our
Yeah.
GPS, we had GPS. We had like one per unit. There was a big green thing that had like 2 lines of digital display on it to tell you your longitude and latitude. And that was it. That was GPS.
Yeah.
And it had to connect to 3 satellites to work. Or no, sorry. It had to connect to 4 satellites to work. And
When did
So
Facebook come out?
it could only get
have handheld daggers, but we could also hook those to the Humvees, and then we could pretty much see just about everything in
yeah,
the
those
city.
nice.
And then we also had our drones at the time in 2007, 2008, 2009, they were really cool. They'd pop out of a suitcase and set them up, and they'd have a big wingspan. And you could throw them, and we could fly around and kind of see what was going on.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Facebook come out. in
Well,
2000.
yeah, but the guys nowadays, the 18, 19, 20-year-olds of today, oh my gosh, the stuff they're rolling around with makes me look just old school as hell. Where
And makes me ancient then.
What do you think it makes me?
Oh, your bones,
Grandpapa.
He's dust.
dust in
He's
the
a
wind.
pawpaw.
You don't have to worry about him getting anybody pregnant because he just blows dust now.
Yeah. I've been a grandfather for so long, it's not even funny, and I'm not even that old. Shit, I'm only 54.
Oh shit! It looks like HPR's got a new Mustang out there, a 2024 5.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
You on Facebook or something?
Holy shit! So Heck, he had the 22 in, still have the 16. So he traded his 22 in and and he got a new Mustang.
Get out of here.
That's what it's saying right here. I'm looking at Facebook.
No, hold on, I'm not seeing that.
It says
Well, I
new
would
shop
look, but it
car.
would knock me out.
Is it Ken or HPR?
Huh?
Which one's
Yes.
done?
This looks like a GT.
So you said he got the 24, you said?
So this is what he did. Somebody asked him, said new shop car. And Bobby Hickman said new toy. And HPR said, Bobby Hickman, yeah, traded in the 22, traded the 22 in, still have the 16.
Oh, he still has 16. Okay.
Right. Bobby lives up here by me.
So the 16 is the one he's running all the time, right?
No, the 22 is one that he had all that he was running.
Oh, shit.
I thought it was the 16 he was running all the time.
No, that other one was the new one that he was the 22.
What is going
Wasn't
on
that the
with my
one?
Facebook?
Huh?
My Facebook just died on me twice as I'm trying to look at it. It just went black screen on me.
That's your captain just blocked you. Or your army buddy, I'm sorry.
No, it's not working at all. Like that's it. That's what I get. Black.
So he just posted this 10 minutes ago.
Gary, can you show it on the screen or not?
No.
Okay,
No.
I'm just asking.
I was trying to look, but I can't. My Facebook doesn't want to let me do anything right now. I'm
Yeah, you're
guessing
banned.
phone. Where it just doesn't like me at all. They changed something again
Well, either one, you're out.
on Facebook. What'd you say?
You know what? I'm going to go on my phone. Hang on a minute.
Well, I'll be damned. I didn't think you'd get rid of that damn car.
Well, he's probably looking to do something different now. You know how he is.
Well, yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying he was having that car running so damn good.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody needs, if he traded in, somebody needs to go to Tennessee and buy that damn car.
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. Thank God I ain't got no money.
So I thought it was his 16 he was running at the track with the ESS on it. He bought himself one of the new ones.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I finally got to it. It's just kind of, he updated his cover photo.
So it's a dark blue, ain't it?
No, it's a
It's gray.
No, I'm talking about the one he traded in.
Yes.
bam. There.
Yep, that's it right there.
That's nice.
Looks like a ding in silver. Or the iconic silver. Not sure which that is. Well,
I think that's the same code that Brutal just got.
really?
Yeah,
If it's light silver, I think it is iconic silver.
I
Iconic.
think I think it's
Yeah.
21. I think.
But you know, they said the 24 Mustang was one of the worst selling Mustangs that they've put out.
It has been.
They're probably giving them away.
It's been one of the worst selling Mustangs to date.
They said
How
they're
come?
probably giving them away, I bet.
It's
Are
not
they all
like they're-
EcoBoost?
A lot of people didn't like they didn't like the price. For one, the price went up again.
Mhm.
Two, they didn't like a lot of people don't like that dash. And other than that, I don't mind the outside look of it. I really don't. I haven't really been in one, so I don't know what they're like. I haven't driven one. They had a dark horse up here that I thought about to test drive, but I came back from 4th of July weekend and it was gone.
All right, so Pete, you are correct. It was the 16 that he's added to track.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. It's a 16. It's the same year as mine with the 6R80 in it.
So, but
Yeah.
I thought he built that new one too. The one he just traded in. I thought
I thought the one he traded in was just a stock car.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think if it had anything done to it, I don't think it was much.
What did that car go with the ESS on it, the 16?
I don't remember what the fastest had it, but it's done pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he ever get it down to the 5s?
I think he did.
Yeah, because I know he was way faster than mine, and mine was in the low 6s.
I know it did well in the quarter mile too. Dented Dreams, excuse me, sir. Dented Dreams. What we're talking about is a guy who has his own shop and does all nothing but Mustang. He does trucks. He's a very well known and very good mechanic, and he's built some really nice cars. And this 16 is for what it has done to it, it humps.
And it's a daily driver. It's still full weight.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's a nice car. I wish mine was that nice. Mine's a 16. I mean, his shop who put the Whipple on my car. I'm the one that took it off when I took it off because I broke it.
Yeah.
Means you're driving it right.
You'll get to know Pinks as he breaks things.
I do. Right now, I've got my blown engine and I didn't break my truck though. I broke it. I just didn't realize how broken it was.
Now, Pinks, like back when I was in NASCAR and Harry told me, when the little needle gets in the red, that's not good. My boy Harry Hogg.
I blew it on purpose, okay? I put my foot to the floor. I didn't care.
Well, that's because you hit everything else out there on the damn track. I want you just to be perfect.
Yeah.
And sometimes the car breaks and got nothing to do with it.
Right.
Yeah. Most of the time, though, it's my fault. When I broke the Mustang, that was my fault for being negligent when I stored it. When I broke the Focus, that was my fault for saying to my tuner, "Yeah, let's just go ahead and do it."
Send it, man. Send it.
Are you sure? I was like, "Yeah, go ahead. Send me that new tune for the over 500 wheel horsepower on a 4-cylinder that's stock."
Yeah. He's got a very nice windowed block if you're looking for one there, Dented
Yeah,
Dreams.
if you're looking for a block with a lot of holes in it, I got one for you.
Hey, look, we'll put a glass top on it. We'll make it a beautiful coffee table. The wife will love it. It'll accentuate the house.
I'm actually about to do that. I'm about to make a engine block coffee table.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 4-cylinder. Should be a really small end table.
I'll be light enough to move then.
And my buddy up there in the corner, Woody, if you want something made of wood, Woody's the man.
It's aluminum block too, so it's actually I could probably lift it now that it's got it's only got 3 cylinders in it, 3 pistons, so it's probably not that heavy. It's missing a bunch of metal.
There was a guy, his name was Kevin Leveroni. He was a big time bodybuilder back in the late 80s, early 90s. Well, his cousin Chico loved Mustangs, and Chico would come down and hang out. This guy goes, "Man, I got to get this short block out of the car, out of the back of the truck." Chico goes, "Where's it at?" He goes, "Over there." Here comes Chico with his 302 short block in his damn arms. Where you guys want it?
Yeah, I've missed people who could do stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I like my back too much.
You need to stick to the 3 cylinders.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I had this 70 Monty used to be my dad's, and I had a 70 Monty with a 72 front clip. So he gave me this one when I got back from my deployment, but I had my 72, and I drove down to Fort Hood with it. I blew the rear ends near Topeka, and while I was deployed, my stepdad had swapped the rear end for me. So then I drove it the rest of the way from El Dorado, Kansas to Texas. And I drove down there. I had bought off Craigslist back in the day. I had my stepdad buy a 383 short block that I wanted to put in that 72 Monty, whatever you want to call it.
Nice.
And I didn't have anywhere to put it because it's a Monte Carlo. It's not fitting in the trunk. So I put it in the passenger seat, and I drove all the way to Texas to just seat belted in. And then when I was unloading it, it made it all that distance, hundreds and hundreds of miles for me to unload it. And I didn't have a cherry picker or anything. So I tripped though on the curb, and the engine came down on my fingers. The flywheel did.
Oh,
Oh my gosh! It just completely skinned the fingers and everything. And all like it was one of those that hurt so bad. All you could really do was like laugh and then just kind of lay there. Absolutely terrible. And I never even got to use that motor. So it's like, damn it, all of that whole journey for that engine, and I never even used it.
and you messed up your dick skinners for a week.
I can't believe I didn't break anything. I must have got
You didn't break anything, but damn,
lucky the angle that it came out at. But oh my gosh, that's been 15 years.
Hey, Den of Dreams, did you go, hey, baby, here's the new one. Here's the stranger, because I can't feel the damn fingertips on it.
Oh, T. You don't put people in gently here, do you?
Well, he looks like a gentleman who, if he was 11 Bravo, he's heard
Bravo.
worse.
He can handle it.
Yeah,
Unless
if he was
he's
light
got
infantry, heavy mechanized, this guy's heard a lot worse than that.
Oh, I'm sure.
That's true.
No.
Hey, just be careful, Dennett, if you ever go around Bama 5-0, because you might have to go back to the doctor and show him where he touched you on the teddy bear.
Duly noted. I'll need therapy.
Damn.
Plan tomorrow is to get the engine block into my truck bed, my old engine block, get that into the truck bed. Hopefully get the truck down this week to the salvage yard and be able to get rid of everything in the bed so that when I get the Focus done, hopefully I'm hoping to get the engine in this weekend. When I get the Focus out of the garage, the truck's coming in the garage, and then I get to pull that V8, get to pull the Coyote out of it and pull the heads and the rear main seal and try and get all that fixed and redone and put back together and back in the truck.
Right on.
I want the truck again, but right now also my truck's radio just is not working. It just died. And I haven't had a chance to check the fuses. I'm hoping it's just a fuse. If not, I'm gonna be pissed because I upgraded that stereo to the new sync system from the little teeny 4-inch screen. And if it died on me, I'm gonna be pissed because it wasn't cheap. And I haven't been using it. The truck's just sitting there, so I don't know what would have killed it.
You know, Boss Man had a problem with his sync system after, he doesn't use the car, but in the summertime up there in Connecticut with his Continental tires, and he had a huge problem where that thing was actually draining. It had it put a drain on the battery, yeah. So
no, my battery's fine. The car, it starts fine. There's no drain. Just
it worked for Continental.
Yeah.
Just quit working.
Down there. Have you ever been down to the track in Uvalde, Den of Dreams?
Nope, I have not.
Yeah, that's where their test track is, down in Uvalde, Texas.
Uvalde.
Yep, I've been all through there. Uvalde, Bracketville. I used to work in Comstock.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
We had Bracketville. We had Eagles Ass. Comstock. We gave them all different names.
Oh, you know Killeen then?
I've been up in Killeen, Texas.
I'm talking to Den of Dreams there.
Oh yeah, it's really hood up there now. If you ain't been near there,
Parker Heights. I
hate Killeen. I was never stationed there.
My squad leader ended up moving to Temple to get away from Killeen, and I ended up moving to Belton. I had a really nice house that was about a quarter mile from the marina. And I lost it. It's a long story.
Yeah, Belton's a nice area. I've been up through there before.
A lot of cars in
there. I used to live down in Cedar Creek.
There was this place between Belton and Harker Heights or Killeen, Auto Ranch. I actually bought a 79 Z28 T-top right out of there for $3,000 back in the day.
And 30% interest.
That I had bought it cash. It was actually a really good car until I found a way to blow up the 400 that was in it.
Damn.
It's not hard.
It did
I'll
not
tell you
line
right now. You said it was a 79?
Yeah.
79 T-top Z28? Shit.
I'd have
Man,
blew
there
the
wouldn't have
400
been.
up and put something bigger in it.
Them girls on 6th Street would have been impregnated quick.
Well, now for the most part, other than my 72 pickup, everything is either big block or LS is pretty much what my dad and I work on. So I've kind of left the small blocks behind, other than my 72 pickup. But I got a couple years. I'm doing this weekend. I have a parts truck. I'm pulling the body and everything off, and I'm going to redo the frame. It's actually going to be my kid's first vehicle,
Oh, that's
and he's getting the small block. He can, if he wants a big block someday, he can buy it.
I got nothing but small blocks. I got 4 cylinders and V8s, but mostly 4 cylinders in this house. I think I've got the 2 Coyotes, the Gen 1 and Gen 2, and that's the truck and my Mustang. And then my wife's Mustang, the Edge, and my Focus all have 4 cylinders. They're all Fords.
I like small blocks better than a big block because on the track,
Jamie,
they wind quicker. You know, they're like, shoo-doo-doo-doo.
There ain't no replacement for displacement. That's why that Harley you see there, I'm putting a 100-inch. It's an 88-inch motor in it now, but after I get done riding across country and back, I'm going 100 cubic inches.
S&S.
See, I don't have anything. I live all my dreams through these guys.
You don't have
Hey,
me too.
Don't let him bullshit you.
Mr. Mach 1 doesn't have anything.
Mr. Mach 1's graveyard of cars back there. He's got a 55 shoebox Chevy he's putting together with a 327 that's very nice. He's got a couple vehicles. He's got a Mach 1, an actual Mach 1, not a replica.
70.
He's got a 1970.
He's got a Mach 1 and a Mach 1.
Yeah, he's got 2 Mach 1s. So he's Mach 2. If you could drive both at the same time.
He's hit twice the speed of sound. He's Mach 2 now.
It's Mach 2, man.
Mach
Yeah.
2.
Hey, I'll say you some shit you think you're at Mach 2, man. Bro, they just had 70 freaking pounds of cocaine wash up on the beach down the street from me.
Where the hell was I when that happened? Jesus.
Where was I at?
Yeah, how much did you get, T?
That's a lot of yayo, you know what I'm saying? I ain't come to this country wash fucking dishes, carry luggage.
You go the speed of James.
Tony Montana.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'd be like, fuck Frank, you gotta make your own moves. I never liked that guy.
You go to Cuba, you get all you want.
Scarface.
I'll tell you, I never liked him. I don't trust him.
What do you want?
I never liked that guy.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
Oh man, that was now I'm at I just did my boating class, and now I'm an authorized. I can be out on a boat and operate the boat for police operations. And the guy who was my instructor, he was 23 years old in Miami, running a boat when all this stuff started going down with all the cocaine coming in and all the Cuban wet foot, dry foot coming in from Cuba and everything. Man, the stories he had, man, we cut it up. We had a good time. He's actually like, dude, if you want to get out of here and go in with another unit, this is a good place. This is a good place. Call me, man. I'll set you up. He gave me his number, gave me his card. Said, call me.
Ice Rod said he got my friend Angel killed.
He got my friend Angel killed. That's right.
At the hotel, right? At the hotel.
Hey, I tell you,
With
I'm going to
chainsaw?
Miami in a few weeks, and I'm going to check out that hotel. I'm telling you, I'll go live from there, man.
Hey, T, I got a buddy I play golf with. One of his sons is National Guard or the shit. Hold on.
Did you poop yourself again?
I did.
He fucked up the word rear.
One of his sons is on the water in New Jersey, the New York area, the National Guard anyway, and the other one is somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, I know a couple guard guys that are down here from Georgia. Robinson Air Force Base in Georgia.
What's Robinson there?
That's friends so bad,
Yeah.
and the stat wants nothing to do with her.
Hey, Woody, where are you located again? I had forgotten. Excuse me.
Fort Worth, bro.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You're right
I
down
meant
the
to
road
take
from
those
me.
cards, so my bad.
Because I lived off of Western Center Boulevard, right off of 820.
Oh
North
yeah, down there
820.
by Summerfields.
Yep. I live right
Yeah.
down there next to that burger joint that was famous. David's or something. I can't remember.
You're getting fat.
Jake's.
It could have been. I was right up there. You cross 820, you go up, it's the first exit, Western Center. Damn, I didn't know I was that close to you. I'd have came on by the house last year when I was there.
Yeah, man. I lived off Western Center. They call it Watauga Boulevard, Western
Yeah,
Center,
Watauga.
Mid Cities Boulevard. Yeah. I know exactly
Yeah,
where
well,
you're
you
at.
go east down towards Dallas, and that's when it goes to, I think, Watauga.
Yeah.
Because that was where the Walgreens, 24-hour Walgreens was in Watauga.
All right, we
Yeah.
got Jamie talking about her 9 inches, and now it's at 8.8.
Only
Oh
8.8.
hell!
She's on an S197.
I know.
She shrunk.
She's shrunk it. There's shrinkage. Shrinkage,
What?
Jerry. Shrinkage.
Well, she's getting a little older, so you're gonna go 8.8.
Yeah. Turtle went back in its shell, huh, Jamie?
I don't think that's the problem. I think the problem is the balls start hanging lower. Makes your dick look shorter.
My dog Blue just got whacked by the cat pretty hard a few times.
Oh, I see that cat on your shoulder.
The cat up here on the couch is Roxy, and Roxy doesn't like. Mia loves this dog. Roxy not so much, and Blue just wants to be her friend. She wasn't even being mean. She's just getting up in her face and was trying to stay. Not. She wasn't trying to bite her. Wasn't trying to do anything, and Roxy was having none of it.
Nope, not today. Thank you for asking.
But after the first hit, when she got her real good, Blue got really fast after that. And she didn't hit her the next few times. Apart just to calm her down, so she wouldn't get to it. 'Cause Roxy's 10. She's not young, you know.
Yeah.
she's in her midlife now.
So,
She's
I
been
got
late.
and I got a 80% wolf monster.
Yeah.
There's a husky. He's kind of obese.
I can't see it. It's dark. You turned your light off. Yeah,
Can you see it?
It's a husky.
Yeah.
Hold
He's
on,
kind of
where's
very
oh, cold chilling.
there she is.
He's out.
What color is she? She's black.
she's black and white. She's
Yeah, I got the red and white Siberian style, and
I got
she's in
the-
now too. We've got her on a diet.
I got like the red and tan wolf variety over there, but he's sleeping.
Oh, nice.
Brindle.
Yeah, I got the sable colored German Shepherd over there.
I got a Brindle, German Shepherd Lab, whatever you want to call it.
They're beautiful.
They are.
I've been getting to work with Sergeant Williams and that Malinois she's got. Neptune. I've done some kennel checks on him. You know, I go by do kennel checks. My boy backs up and puts his shoulders to the cage so I can pet him, and then he'll just start licking my fingers. The dog likes me because we've worked together several times, and I got a friend. But he's got a hell of a bite, though. I put on the bite sleeve. He jumped up on me and just held.
Yeah, I love my dogs.
Dogs.
I like dogs.
Go.
Woody, Miss Carol's right close to you over, and she got a house in Dallas.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
But
Jamie.
she's,
Yeah, I like her truck.
I
Yeah,
miss
Dallas, man, that place is
The
just
Alabama
so
shop's
busy.
much bigger though.
Yeah.
And she's in the Alabama shop right now, I think, over in Huntsville.
How many damn houses she got?
2, I think. I'm not sure if she has a house here. She's just renting. I don't know.
And no, Bama, your homosexual self can't go up there and move in with her.
I don't think Teresa would like that.
You all know what hobosexual is, don't you? Where a guy will live in with a girl because she's got a house.
Yeah,
She does have 2 houses. Okay.
Oh, you talking about the crackhead? Okay, yeah.
Hobosexual.
It's called a crackhead now.
And if you're wondering, Dad, this is every Wednesday night at 7:30 Eastern, or 7:30 Central Time.
Central Time.
I don't know what time zone you're in Nebraska. Is that Central or Mountain?
I think he's Mountain. Oh, he is.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to Funky.
It's 9:33 here.
It's 9:33, and it's 9:33 here too. You're in Central Time.
Yep.
Copy that. Let's all synchronize watches. 9:33 where I'm at.
Yeah, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me get my 007 watch out. Hold
on. I thought you were in Eastern Time where you're at.
Negatory, Ghost Rider. I am in Panama City where the sand is wide and the girls are pretty.
So they do split the panhandle then on the time.
They
zone.
do. A half hour east of me is Eastern time. I'm a half hour.
I only do 6 now. I am relegated to the free version of StreamYard again since they raised.
You need me to drop down? Thanks, I can drop down.
I don't need you to drop down, but if you want to, that's up to you.
You got to remember, I live right on the border at Chattahoochee River, so that's Eastern.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, though. I'm going to bed. You guys have a good night.
Good night, Gary.
Oh, come on, man.
Gary.
Old man.
We'll talk to
Gary.
you. That's right, dude. Old man. Don't forget.
Get your ass down here to Panama City and hang out with your boy T.
I couldn't hang.
Hey, Gary, I love you.
I could hang.
Have a good evening, Gary.
All right,
Good night, Gary.
Later, Gary.
Come on down, fellas. You know, any of my friends, I got a 2-bedroom down here, and any of y'all, if you're on here and you know other people and they know you, I know that you're a good person. So if y'all want to come down,
I have
a little time.
I have you fooled so well. You've even met me, and you still think I'm a good person? Oh my God!
Thanks, I've met you several times, you goober.
Anybody here that knows Salty is friends with him, I wouldn't trust him.
I'll tell you what, that Woody, look at him. He got a mason jar and a screwdriver, making him a little cocktail.
Hell yeah.
He done got a fruit jar.
Grab some of that Sailor Jerry sitting up there and drink some of that because I love that. It's got that vanilla taste to it. Oh.
Hey, Pinks, I just bought Sam's Club spiced rum.
Yeah, how is it?
$13 and half a gallon, and it ain't bad at all.
I wish our Sam's Club here don't sell liquor.
Yeah.
Costco does.
Yeah, Sam's Club liquor sounds like Military Special or McCormick.
That sounds like a damn Allen's liquor.
Kirkland brand stuff. There's I tried the Kirkland Jamesons. I won't ever try that again. It was horrible. Their tequila, their blue agave tequila is fantastic. Their silver, so good. Their vodka, really good vodka, but most vodkas are actually pretty good. They're all pretty much the same. There was another, their Jack Daniels version. Their version of Jack Daniels was not as good as Jack Daniels, but was definitely passable.
Jim Beam.
Some of their stuff is great. Some of it, I'll just go there and buy the name brand because it's so cheaper there.
Yeah, vodka stuff.
But
I heard
in Michigan, and I should have bought alcohol while I was up there. It's about half the price it is here.
I heard that the military's got the vodka MREs, and they're pretty good.
No, they put powdered beer in it instead.
Powdered beer.
My favorite thing was
what the hell is that?
Back in the early '90s, the MREs. We had those little bottles of Tabasco in it, and they were such old MREs. The Tabasco was already brown.
Yeah,
it was.
Wow.
And I loved it because that meant it was hotter, and it was. It tasted great. It was great Tabasco for masking all the horrible flavors of chicken a la fucking king. Because 9 out of 10 fucking MREs, that's what we got.
I like Chili Mac.
We didn't have Chili Mac when I was in. Okay, we had chicken a la king.
Hey, check out Dennett Drains.
Dehydrated pork. Those new MREs are nice compared to what we had.
No, Italian MREs are nice.
Yeah.
Elbow
Is that a tequila?
macaroni,
What
tomato
is that
sauce.
one?
Tequila MRE?
Menu,
What's in that
elbow macaroni and tomato sauce.
Mm.
Menu 3, chicken.
Okay, help
egg,
me out. Are you
vegetables.
talking about a damn drink?
No,
This is
he's talking about MREs. Look at the screen.
Neil's ready to eat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know.
I think this is the new cheese and veggie omelet. Vegetable crumbles with hot sauce in taco style sauce.
With
You know what?
crumbles.
I've had some of the newer MREs, and they're not bad at all. Compared to what we had when I was in, oh my God, there's so much. They've got so much more variety now.
Just don't get the egg omelet one.
Oh, cheese and veggie omelet? Man, that's terrible.
I've never. So when I was in, I remember we did a thing with the Air Force one time, and the Air Force had the newer MREs that had heat, the heaters in them to be able to heat the water and heat your food, which we still did. We never had the entire time I was in the Army. The Air Force had them, and they had different menu items that were way better than what we had.
Of course.
We were
I
eating
never used them.
MREs that were probably out of date when we were eating them.
Those the Chair Force gets all the good stuff like that.
God, we such horrible MREs. Like there was like if I got a dehydrated beef patty, I would use that to make chili with because I'd get the beans from another one, the beef patty, and I'd mix it together and throw Tabasco in it and some other stuff, and make something that was semi decent.
And then you end up with constipation. No.
They put that in there on purpose.
Sometimes that constipation was very, very wanted when it was in the field for 30 to 45 days.
Well,
sometimes the constipation was good for you, wasn't it?
At least you weren't in the field in Fort Benning in the middle of the summer when they forgot to service the porta potties, and you had to shake the porta potty to kind of level things out for use.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
damn.
When
I remember back
when I was at Fort Benning for basic training, at the time, 1990 was the hottest summer on record at the time there, and that was not fun.
Yeah. Well, back in the NAM, we didn't have any porta pots, nor do we have any MREs. We had to open up some old sea rats and try to eat that shit, stomach it, and then get out there and fight the North Vietnam regular army in 105-degree weather.
You weren't in NAM, T. Come on, man.
That's right, because I got plausible deniability. We never went up that river in the Laos where the North Vietnamese were scattered in the fucking trees like monkeys.
Quit watching all the damn movies.
Is that Apocalypse Now you're thinking of?
That's real time, sir.
You smell
real
that?
Time.
That gasoline smell smells like victory.
Yeah.
There's nothing like napalm.
Love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
Diesel. Well, it's easy to make.
It's better than drinking a $10 fifth of liquor that tastes like butt water.
Well, what I want to know is how you know what butt water tastes like.
You just have to imagine it.
Hey, Bama, tell them about that time you did the stretch in the pen where you took all the fruit from your fruit cups and put it in a baggie with sugar and put it in the back of your toilet and drank it after a couple weeks.
Hey, that was supposed to be a secret. That was 1979, Cat.
Emma Hooch.
Jailhouse hooch.
I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast. So you eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
My shit bigger than you.
Well, that's true. I do.
That's a different movie.
I eat Constantine Wire and piss napalm.
Oh, that's Heartbreak Ridge.
That's a good movie.
I love that movie. That is one of my favorite. Wait till Sweet get out the brig. Yeah, he gonna show Gunny.
Fucking Clint Eastwood. He's like 100 years old, ain't he? I don't think he's ever gonna
95, I
die.
believe. I believe he's 95, man.
So those were real, in Heartbreak Ridge, those were actually real Marine barracks. And I had a buddy that his unit ended up living in those barracks. He's got pictures.
Oh, the
Oh, really?
quantum huts.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm so glad those Chevys are out of here.
That's what we lived at Pendleton until we got pushed out to the NAM.
What's that one dude? Gene Ermy or whatever, he does mail call. He was a real Marine.
Arlie Ermy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honorary Gunny.
Yeah.
Yep.
Camp.
That dude is like realistic as hell, you know.
I missed meeting him in Las Vegas at the SHOT Show a couple years before he passed away. I missed him by half an hour.
Man,
I'd love to meet that dude.
I missed the chance to go to SHOT Show.
Is Arlie Ermy still alive?
No, he passed.
He died. He died fairly young, like in his 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because he drank the water from Camp Lejeune.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you shouldn't do that.
I'm so
He's a
glad.
hell of a dude, man. Hell of a dude.
Oh yeah.
Hey, sweetie, you find it, I'll buy it for you.
Yeah, I used to watch Mail Call.
Yeah, I love that show. SHOT Show's fun, ain't it, Jamie? You been there?
I had the chance to go. I had the chance to go to SHOT Show, but I didn't
Yeah.
because I'm an idiot, I guess. Because I was like, that was during my gun hobby, reloading ammo and stuff phase, and I just became an agent. And they invited.
Hey, we got more military personnel in this live stream right now. We're doing damn military in this country.
Yeah, except we're all former military now.
Well, it's the same thing to me.
Yep, retirement date, April 29th.
I didn't serve.
Good for you.
The only thing Woody served up was another drink.
There you go.
Everybody that came to my bar, I served them all.
I just served two Chevy's eviction notices.
Oh,
That's what I served.
Did you get them done and tell them come pay for them and get them out of here, or they're gone?
Well, I'm waiting for the girl to pick up hers. The 2020 Duramax guy did. That was a
Nice
disaster.
motor.
An L5P.
It's a nice motor.
The L5P is nice, but sometimes the owners aren't to them.
I'll tell you what, the biggest ding dongs, y'all do me a favor. Next time we get on a live stream, please observe for a week Dodge Ram owners and how they drive. Tell me if they don't think they're king dingaling, the biggest pieces of shit drivers in America. If you own one, please forgive me.
I
But they
used to
drive like
have
a bunch
a
of ding
21.
dongs.
I used to have a 21 Cummins that I deleted.
Yeah,
I
these
will
people
say
drive
this.
like total assholes.
I delete.
I know that today, I don't know what kind of, I didn't pay attention to what kind of truck it was, but at the freeway stop by my house, some dumbass doesn't know how a freeway stop works and then gives me a look like I was wrong when I made him go. Because it's not being nice to people when you just sit there and try and get them to go first. That's not being nice. It's not the way things work. There are laws that govern this. If we had gotten there at the same time, yes, it would have been me going first. But he was there more than a full truck length ahead of me.
And he won't go. He just goes like this to you.
I like the ones that
coming the other way, and then they both started to go at the same time. And they stopped. They were both going straight because people don't use their blinkers, so you wouldn't know.
I find the crew with the Cummins crowd that likes to do the low boost over fueling tune and just like asshole smoking people out.
What I like,
I had a guess.
This area, they don't know how to pull into a damn medium and go across the damn road.
No.
Oh, you mean
They
use
have
the
no
center
clue.
turn lane?
Huh?
You mean the center turn lane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you have a carbureted stick shift big block that shifts like a dump truck, it's a little hard to get out to that center line because I need some room or some time.
Well, when you're coming down the road and you're going to be taking a left across the other side, instead of stopping in the traffic lane, you're supposed to move into that lane. And it's not hard to move into that lane no matter what you're driving. Even a semi can get to that lane pretty easily.
Yeah, so you can see on the other side, you're going the opposite way. What the hell's the problem?
Yeah.
I had a guy about a month ago. He was coming to a construction area. He's coming in hot in a big ass Dodge Cummins, big tires and everything else. And I kind of just gave him a whoa, slow it down. And he goes, "You don't know how fast I was going." I said, "I could tell you're going a little bit over the speed limit." He goes, "And you're coming in this construction zone hot, which is speed greater than reasonable for the driving conditions." And he goes, "Well, you don't know how fast I was going because you didn't have radar." And I said, "Yeah, and you're probably too fucking cheap." I was about to say, "Yeah, you're probably too fucking cheap to get your speedometer recalibrated after you put these hicker tires on here thinking that you're a mud king in Florida."
Or too cheap to actually re-gear your shit so it actually rides in the proper power band.
Yeah.
Well,
do you tow a lot, Jamie?
Yeah. My
Okay.
I tow with a 460 though.
Right. But you do tow a lot. I was gonna say you could change the gears. I mean, quicker. But
Look at that.
Well,
Not if you-
I just did a turn and burn to Virginia Beach and back, 1,500 miles.
It's not a puppy. How old
Yeah,
is that?
James.
And I mean, mine's geared fine for what it is. 4-speed, 35s, 410s, gear
yeah.
vendors.
You
It's
can't go much higher than that.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. And I put a Detroit True Track in the rear.
What RPM is
You
that going that way?
You shouldn't have any problem getting out of the way then.
Nah, sometimes it's just I can't feel my feet, so releasing the clutch, I have to. It takes me a minute.
Dennis
Yeah.
Dreams. Jamie is a big block fan, also, just like yourself, sir. There's no replacement for displacement.
I have
mentioned
another. I have
big
another 460. I have another 460 sitting on the shop floor, but I'm gonna. The new motor that I build is gonna be I'm gonna use a Dart Eliminator block with AFR 295s and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But my 460 is running just fine. It's got a lot of miles on it though.
Hey, Jamie, is your other arm coming back at all?
It's about 80% feeling. I don't have the range of motion. It gets really tired.
Yeah, mine does too still. But I mean, I got full range of motion, but it still wears out really quickly and can't do near as much as it used to.
Like the Chevy that I just put together and had the drivetrain out and put together and in. It took me way long, like what I could have usually done in 2 days, 3 days. It took me over a week and a half. The Duramax took me a minute. That took me a hot minute, like weeks.
The Dirty Max.
Yeah.
17 screws, baby.
What's going on, Brailsford?
Long time no see.
I met.
I know Matt's been busy.
I don't think we've talked much since, but I'm officially now retired from the military. Matt, I think we talked since then.
Yeah, we have.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
No, Brailsford.
Oh, Matt. Okay.
Brailsford. He's in the United States Navy.
He's one of the officers, though, so it doesn't count.
He's an officer. He's big time officer.
He's an.
I was medically.
Colonel, ain't he?
I was medically disqualified for officer school because of, well, it was my feet.
Bradford, you want to come up here, Bradford? I'll drop down, bud, if you want to come up.
No, well, you stay up, dude, because I got to go to bed, dude. I got to be up.
I'm surprised Bama's still in here.
Yeah.
Well, you started
No,
talking
man.
about
No, I'm finna drop down. I'm gonna listen for a few minutes to go to bed. Enjoyed it, ladies
Hey,
and
Cameron,
gentlemen.
thanks for coming up,
Yeah.
man. I'll talk to you
you
later.
started talking about your right hand hurting and your right wrist hurting, and Bama's got to go make sure his don't hurt.
I was talking
There-
about my left arm, damn
See, that's where you misunderstand. I'm left-handed, bitch.
it.
I ain't gonna, hey,
He's a left-handed bitch. That's what I just heard. He's a left-handed bitch. What he just said.
I ain't gonna be too many more bitches when I come upside your head to the white meat.
I still gotta wait till 10:15 before I can torch these
Later, guys.
bolts with the sealant to
Bama.
Oh,
Bama. Damn, Bama, I was gonna say don't use Vaseline, bro, or you'll come 4 times before you get that shit off.
Oh my God, men. Yep, definitely. Yep.
Hey,
Just like the military.
He's a dry tugger.
just like the military. Especially all the other guys. I'm not like that, I swear. Yes, I am. I'm horrible. I'm the worst.
I'm horrible.
I just try and keep it nice when I'm on my channel. That's all. Oh, it's getting hot.
I'm gonna get another beer.
That's right. Everybody should believe in something. Believe you'll get another beer.
I believe I'll have another drink.
I can tell you what the gas mileage of a 460 is pulling heavy over 10,000 pounds in a 38-foot trailer up around Chattanooga, up on the Appalachian.
We talking 8-pack?
Huh?
4 miles a gallon.
7.3.
Oh, okay.
I was
Not too
scared
bad.
of
I did on my way to Michigan. On my way to Michigan Wednesday, I did 21 miles per gallon on a 93 tune in the Mustang. On the way home, I did 20. I was driving a little faster on the way home. Not much, just a little. But it did reduce the mileage.
At 75 miles an hour, constant unloaded cruise on the highway, I managed 14.1.
That's pretty good.
I managed 21 doing average of about 80 and 20 doing average of about 85.
I get about 10 to 12 usually, generally.
I get 17 in my Frontier.
Hi, Dell.
Yeah.
But yeah, pulling the Appalachians with the secondaries open a lot.
Night, Dale.
So
sweet dreams, buddy.
Sweet dreams,
Damn.
Dale.
Damn. Brailsford gets 5 to 6 towing his Mustang.
I can bet if I had the original gearing in my Mustang, it wouldn't have done that well because it's on 331s in the rear now instead of 355s. And if I had the 373s, it would have been even worse. But I do miss. That's one thing I miss about my F450 because when I drove it, it got 18 miles per the gallon, and when I drove it with 20,000 pounds behind me, it got 18 miles per gallon.
I got almost 8 miles to the gallon pulling 14,000 pounds, and I won't pull much. I won't pull any more than 14,000 with the 460, not without a gooseneck.
I just thought it was cool that it got the same miles per gallon, whether it was towing or not.
They're detuned with a speed limiter.
Mine wasn't. Well, it has a speed limiter. It's speed limited at 88 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
it
was weird.
You had the 6R140 transmission, or did you have the 10-speed?
No, I had the 10-speed.
That's still pretty low, ain't it?
They have the they're like 488 gearing, aren't they?
I don't remember what the gearing was in it. I really do not.
I
had Dana 60s I had a Dana 60 on the rear and a Dana 40 in the front.
You probably had the Super 60 in the front and the 80 in the rear.
My
Poker in the front, liquor in the rear.
You're probably right, and I'm thinking wrong because it's a 450, not a 350. My 350 had a 60 in the rear.
I thought the 350 would have a 10 and a 10.5 in the rear. The 450 has the Dana 80, the big one.
Yeah, it did have the big. Yeah, because it's the dually.
And the 450s have the thicker Dana the Super 60s, and they have
I'm
bigger
not
ball
sure
joints.
I never really got under it to look because I didn't do any work to that truck because it was under warranty the entire time I had it.
Hey, Pinks.
I had a Cummins under warranty, and they bought it back because they couldn't get the parts for 6 months, and I let them buy it back. And
What's that, Mike?
All right. So while we were on this this live stream this whole time, I was messing with that AI simulation or what have you.
Yeah.
So I got it done. I got to do some tweaks, and I did something that's 15 seconds long. It's not bad. It's nothing that gets anybody in trouble. Can you put me live stream or put me full screen
Full
real
screen,
quick?
full screen, full screen.
I can.
I'll play it, and you tell me how realistic that it looks. So, can you see the screen well?
I can see it.
Yes.
You're a
Okay, so
little
all
high.
this
Go down.
is AI clone, okay?
Go down some.
Thank you for watching Mike's Garage. Today I'm testing my clone to see how well it works and if you can tell if there's much difference between me and my clone. If it works, maybe I'll make a video with the clone or create a new channel just with the clone. Let me know your thoughts on it.
Okay, so it looks pretty real, but the vocal patterns you can tell are wrong.
So I've
Looks-
got to
good
retrain
to
the
me.
vocals and use a better microphone, but it seems pretty cool. I was
weird.
watching this one channel, and it was this hot chick that talks about AI stuff, and I was watching a different video like after seeing this chick and watching some of her videos for a while, and I'm like, oh shit, this is an AI clone the whole time. And she's talking about that it's her AI clone in a different video while being interviewed. And she was saying how that her clone has been proposed to many a times in the comments.
And he's
Yeah.
gone.
His clone
Kind of
kicked him out.
curious on that stuff.
Yeah. His
His
clone
clone's
kicked me
kicking
off.
him out. His clone's taking over.
Yeah. How dare you talk about me like that?
You know I'm
What?
much better looking than you.
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't know which one's real now.
that's too funny.
That's
It
messed
looked
up.
good to me, Mike.
The Clone
you, sir.
Wars.
Looks wise, it looks like you, but the sound and the tempo was definitely AI.
there's some skin. There's skin. The hue and the skin is different.
Yeah.
The lighting looks.
Yeah, the lighting was definitely brighter.
What if the AI turned you into a Terminator? That is what you.
Hey, Mike, tell your clone to use some olive oil. It'll help out and tighten that skin. A little retinol in it. Be looking
So-
fabulous.
I was
Yeah.
playing around with the clone earlier and in the video, and I had created one that was freaking hilarious. But Salty has had a bad day, so I didn't want to post it, just to kind of show it. But essentially it was me outside the woods, and I was saying I went into the woods to see some of my, and I heard some noises in there, and then I saw Mr. Mach 1 being tagged by Bama and Salty. And then Sublime was smoking his 10 millimeter while T was saying squeal for me. And it came out absolutely awesome. But I'm like, then I heard about Salty's dog. I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't post nothing like that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's being nice. Got to be nice to Salty today
Got to be nice to the Salty.
for a few days.
Yeah.
It's hard. He wasn't even home with his dog when she passed. So
Oh, that
I
sucks.
made a fake USB cable that if you plug it into a computer to charge your phone and it's pass through, it'll actually open up a script and to YouTube and
Take the information.
full screen. Rick Astley.
You rickrolled them. Nice.
a Rick
Yeah.
roll.
So I take a USB cable and it'll charge it like on a brick, but if you plug it into your laptop, you're getting rickrolled.
Yep. Yep. You could also upload malware that way as well.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
definitely.
Fishing.
And
malware fishing.
and a keylogger. Yep.
Yep.
Keylogger.
Great.
Yep.
What really sucks is that it can be put inside the cable to where you can't even tell it's there. It looks just like
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. It was like
Set up a command and control.
horrible.
it was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
It was
why I
fun. It
only
was a
use
very
mine.
funny. It was a very funny joke.
I have a Hack RF software-based radio with Mayhem on it.
But
Yeah.
Anybody knows what that is?
there's my nerding out. I mean,
So
I don't
I
know
watched.
other stuff.
So Jamie, I watched.
Dreams.
So Jamie, I watched a video to where it was, you know, the Rich Ashley or whatever his name is, to where he was interviewed and he didn't realize how big that the video was going to be.
Yeah,
Ashley, yeah.
his one hit. his
Yeah,
one
because
hit
that was
wonder.
he was like a one-hit wonder. So I mean,
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Said Dinner Dreams about that you had.
What?
Well, he was talking earlier, but he got talked over, and I don't think anybody heard what he was saying.
Oh, I've got a Hack RF software-based radio with Mayhem, like software loaded on it.
Oh yeah, the have you ever used GNU Radio with the Hack RF?
LC5. You ever use LC5?
I have not.
Or a BB60 a BB60 signal hound transceiver, and you can kind of like download the bit stream and look at the bit and baud rate, and then rebroadcast it with the transceiver version and like unlock the cars.
What'd you say your MOS was?
it's
Oh
a
man.
very easy way to steal cars. Yep.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, I remember back in the NAM, my buddy used to bounce radio signals off of out into the atmosphere, bounce them at certain times so we could get comms up.
I have a Sallie 8-channel logic analyzer where I tap into hardware to get UART and I2C data and see the streams, and
Okay. So-
it's also partially how I deleted my Cummins and pushed the tune through it.
I will
But
say
that's
there
something.
is a movie coming out soon, Brailsford, that they used some AI on it, but the thing they used the AI for was to dub it into a different language. And all the AI did was change the mouth movement so that it matched the language it changed. They didn't use the AI to dub it. They dubbed it with actors, you know. They did the full dub, but they made it to where it looks exactly like they're saying what they're saying. And so they filmed it. It was filmed in like French or something, and it's coming out in all kinds of in different languages. The Hack RF1. Yeah, I don't have any of those. Great Scott gadgets.
I mean,
Well, that's how.
I
so
even have a semiconductor analyzer.
Change that
Any of that
shit.
stuff. I'm not quite that nerdy anymore.
Look at her.
I don't have time to try and learn that stuff anymore. It's just too much for my brain.
This will gain you persistent access into all Fords. What it does is it goes into the CAN stream and it downloads the keypad data onto an SD card.
Damn.
Pat's codes and shit.
The pack.
I wrote it to do that for something that I won't be talking about on here.
Hold on. What is it?
OPSEC. OPSEC, Jamie.
Gaming console.
Hack RF1.
Yeah, I got some like direct connect chips.
Now I've been looking at something. They said it's a.
You ever see something simple like it's a D-Stike? It's actually pretty cheap, but it's a
I have a
Wi-Fi.
cell phone.
For like an EEPROM programming. This is actually what I use for the GMTBIs when I write EEPROM chips for tuning.
I used to have one of those. That I actually used to. I have a cell phone. Does that count? That's technology. Cell phone.
That's actually part of how I did. This is
I have
that
a
was
remote
part
for
of
my
how I
phone.
did my Jeep's fuel injection design.
Very nice.
Hey man, check out this remote I got from my TV.
I have a remote for my fan, my ceiling fan and light. See,
Hey, don't show that shit to Jamie. Your ceiling fan will go on and off for the next 24 hours.
No. What I would do is I would take the oscillating 60 hertz hum and then remodulate it with the light bulb, and then I'll catch visible light and room audio out of your stuff.
I love it.
Again, not talking about anything.
Not talking about anything that's actually
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
See the flag?
Yeah, right. It's all theoretical based, right?
It's all theoretical, although I've seen people do it, so I know better.
You guys
Hey,
know-
Jamie, we had it was supposed to be an exercise, but nobody called it out as an exercise. We had a total comms fail. You should have seen these mother scratchers freaking out. They were going shit bat crazy.
Taking a nap.
It was funny, man. Everybody was running around like, and I'm like, the one guy's like, "Is this exercise?" I'm like, "I'm not sure. I think this is real world." Well, we've heard there was supposed to be an exercise with this today, but they had total comms failure down at this one building that's very high up, and people were pissed that they didn't know.
What did somebody run a bunch of like broadcast deauth RF streams to overpower up all the frequency band and get the FCC
I
off?
think they just turned them off.
I am not sure what they did. Basically, what it sounds is like they hacked the building, shut it all down, and
So they red
nobody
teamed
knew that was an exercise they were running.
They red teamed it.
Yeah, everybody was freaking the fuck out.
The NSA has entered the chat.
The NSA has entered the chat.
The NSA's
Hey,
been here the whole time. Don't you doubt that.
You guys see this flag that I built back here?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I
It's too
saw that flag.
I built my own CNC machines. So all the stripes are actually 100,000ths down, and then it V-carved all the stars. And I build like liquor cabinets and gun cases. With
I
the
can
CNC.
actually see that on my TV. I can't
That's
see it
good.
on my computer.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
cool,
my
man.
TV is larger than my
That is-
screen.
That is that's
Just
That's
look into
impressive.
yourself there.
Dented Dreams, can you build me a case for my 40-watt plasma rifle in the 40-watt range?
Your
Well,
plasma rifle.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking flag.
Yeah, I actually you can't see it in the thing, but I stain them, then I torch them, then I load them on the machine. I machine them, and then I cut out the profile, and then I put it on top of the case, and
Nice. That looks
What are you
good.
shooting that with?
That's
Is
what's
it
up.
what
Hey.
CNC are you using? Just a home built or?
yeah, I built. I could not afford any of the CNC machines that were big enough to house an
Cheers,
AR.
Pete.
Right.
So I had to build my own. So I built two CNC machines, three CNCs. One movable gantry, one movable table, and then a 60-inch by 40-inch laser engraver.
are you using
Oh,
The
CAD
cool.
cam?
laser engraver.
Are
What'd
you
you say,
using
Tim?
CAD cam?
I use Vectric VCarve Pro. So yeah, it's a CAD cam software.
Don't tell Jamie, because tomorrow you'll be printing out dildos.
I promise you I have
Damn.
I promise you I have enough fun with my pants on.
Oh, messing with you, Jamie.
And then I built a few 3D printers and stuff too, but that was whatever hyperfixation I get on, I will hyperfixate on it for about 6 months, and then I got to move on to another thing. So, but those actually made pretty good. They paid for themselves pretty quick. So
That's cool. I used to be somewhat technologically savvy.
Cheers.
But I lost it all as my brain got old.
I
Me
don't
too.
know.
And I just
Technologically
didn't keep up with
savvy, or I might just be very determined.
After the Motorola Razor, y'all lost me.
it.
Well, I was 11 Bravo, so I can't be that smart.
No,
I
that's
remember
not
when
true.
the-
I was from Bravo, but I almost maxed out my ASVAB score before I joined the military. I just didn't. The only reason I went 11 Bravo is because when I joined, I asked my recruiter what guarantees me getting to Hawaii. And that was the only thing at the time that would guarantee me a slot in Hawaii was 11 Bravo. So I was like, sign me up. Let's do it. And I ended up enjoying it.
I joined as a 63 Bravo, which was a wheel mechanic, but then it transferred to 91 Bravo. And then I had a couple other MOSs after.
You got what, 10, 12 more years, Brailsford?
I don't think he's got that long. He said maybe 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't count. I
That's
don't
why you
remember.
were
He
11 Bravo.
told me before. 7. Okay, yeah. Like 7 years. So it's not too long.
Yeah, that's good. He's going to make it.
April 29th, and then surgery May 2nd. That was my retirement gift.
Oh, lovely.
Hey, at least you got a $6,000.
I did my surgery the day after Christmas. It was my Christmas gift to me for my arm.
But
they pushed all.
But mine was pretty interesting and could have went wrong.
13.
I got a civilian doctor to do my surgeries, which took a lot in order to get all of that done, and then they pushed them back to back to back. Then the Fort Hood shooting happened. That 09 or 10?
10, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 10. I was stationed at Benning.
My eyeballs are floating. I'll be back.
No, it was still 9 because it was November.
Was it? Okay.
I had surgery in November. It was the day after my surgery.
Oh.
So it was 9 still.
All my surgeries happened after the Army, and the Army didn't pay for any of it, and they still haven't given me a dime to this day for all the shit they did to me.
Yeah, because I just gotten my CJ7 on the road. So yeah, 09, late 09 sounds right.
God, 09, it's so long ago.
Yeah, it was like November
16 years.
2nd of 2009 when that happened. Because I happened to end up on post because my wife at the time had an interview with AFES. So I was like, you know what? I just had surgery like 14 hours ago, but sure, I can get in the car.
Why not?
I was driving my 76 CJ7 every day.
Damn, Jamie.
Where was I in 2009? I was living in Renton, I believe, driving a Ford Focus, just a plain one, not an ST.
Well, I wanted to go to Arizona, but they told me you got the choice, had sir, West Texas or West Texas. So I took West Texas.
I went to I've been to Arizona. It's a really nice place.
I love Arizona, but the problem is 60,000 Californians are plunging in there a year, and even what was bad areas you can't afford to live in. It's ridiculous nowadays.
I drove my CJ7 out from Fort Benning to Arizona and back, and that's not the fun trip.
That was a hell of a trip in a CJ7.
What's that?
That's a hell of a trip in a CJ7.
Yeah, it was my daily.
Yeah.
Night, Brailsford.
And
Good night, Brailsford.
I was reclassing. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad driving out there in March, but late July coming back was rough because
hot.
No AC. I have a hard top. I took my doors and I put them behind my seat and I just sent it.
Let it rip. Hey, Miguel, are you running off of all solar right now in your shop? Is that all solar power we're seeing?
So for the shop, it's running all on solar right now, and just setting up everything for the house still.
Gotcha, brother.
But it's going good so far.
How many
What's
kilowatts?
left of the house? Just some more panels?
So let's see here. Between the shop and the house, around 35 kilowatts.
Oh yeah, average house uses 30, so that's enough as long as you have enough battery backup to make it for cloudy days.
He only has like one or two batteries.
I've got
Not Matt.
I've got probably 210 kilowatt hours.
He ain't
Yeah.
playing. This guy right here is a mathematical genius when it comes to wattage and power.
Oh, that's a good. That's a.
It's like
That's a.
Ohm's law by the back of the hand.
Are you
Ohm's
just
law,
solar?
baby.
You doing wind also, or are you just doing solar?
Just solar. I've got 5 inverters, 3 for the house, parallel, 2 for the shop. Yeah, it's a pretty massive setup.
Yeah, yeah.
If
That's impressive, though.
if Mike was a 1990s song, he would be CNC Music Factory. I've got the power.
He'd be ace for base.
I like Ace of Base. Cruel Summer. I like Ace of
30
Base.
years, I'm gonna remember who you are, and I just.
All that she wants is another baby.
I think I have that.
That's the song you think of.
Y'all are amazing, man. If I ain't told you lately.
What people find funny is technologically, whatever people think I am, I still drive a carbureted vehicle every day.
Well, that's
Hell
good.
yeah.
You're ready for the shutdown. You're ready for the aliens to come and hit us with a big
Well, I mean,
EMP.
it's got Duraspark ignition, so I have to throw a points distributor in it. Real quick.
You can fix that. See, you can just throw points in there and you'll be fine.
There you go, Jamie.
Yeah,
There you
the
go.
old
That's what I'm
Duraspark.
dealing with.
Good old
Yeah, you were showing
Duraspark.
that earlier. Those things can be a pain. Your friends all messed up.
I actually like Duraspark, but a good thing for them is if you add an additional ground to the harness. That's a good thing.
There you
I run
go.
Always a good thing.
I run a Duraspark with a Performance Distributors Inferno coil, and it's great. And I have the distributor I recurved it to match the ignition, and then I took the 460 that had the cam retard, and I put it straight up, and then advanced the ignition. Actually woke it up.
All
It's
I gotta
not
say
points, is it?
Adding
What?
grounds is never a bad thing.
Yeah, grounds are a good thing.
My
Grounds
dad
are
always
good.
says you can never have enough grounds.
Nah, I love Duraspark.
You never have enough grounds. Absolutely.
Also triggered a Duraspark distributor with an HEI module.
Oh yeah, the one wire.
Yeah, but using
Got
the
one wire and a tack
distributor.
wire. Yeah.
But you could also take advantage of the spark retard if you get I think it's a part number 1917 off a Cadillac, the 5-pin HEI module. You can reverse the polarity and take advantage of spark retard, just like the Durasparks have them built in.
What did you just call that, spark? I don't think you can use that term anymore.
Well, it's the aid in start, especially hot restarts.
Yeah, she called that spark retard. That's just not very nice.
You can't.
It's
Yeah,
electrically
it's
It's
politically
spark
incorrect.
challenged.
I think
spark
it's
challenged.
I think it's a part number 1917. I forget. It's been a
I don't
while.
think she's listening to us now. I think
Yes, I am. I hear you. I hear
Well,
you.
in
I said-
1917, that was an acceptable term for somebody who was little, a couple cans short of a 6-pack.
Well, 1917 is a part number for a 5-pin GM.
I
His
know.
favorite color was clear. Licking the windows.
You know,
That's
like
right.
at work, we actually have machines in the department next to mine that we're actually building belts for like Model A's and Model T's, and they're still running in 2025.
wow.
Dang.
I work at Continental.
Machines.
You say you work at Continental?
Yeah.
That's what I use. I use a Continental industrial computer for my bastardized GMTBI retrofit using two Chevy Cruze fuel injectors instead of the bulb style. But so that was a COVID project.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Jamie, you had me
Spider.
at hello just now.
What do you
Do
do
what?
for work, Lieutenant Kramer?
Do what?
You had
I
me at
would-
hello just now with this bulb type injector and blah blah.
Oh
I
no,
would-
they have like very low impedance injectors on the
Uh-huh.
original GM TBI. So I put Chevy Cruise high impedance and higher pressure regulator and pump.
Gotcha.
Does that have the spider injection?
No, it's so I
TBI
took the-
carburetor with the fuel
I
injectors
took
in it.
the
Yeah.
I took the throttle body based off of 87 and 95 GM.
Hmm.
So majority of it's GM sensors, and I had a high pressure billet cap machined and 2 Chevy Cruise fuel injectors in place, and then I
I'll be
just
right back.
use the continent. I use a Continental computer to power it, and kind of recreated the logic off of a GM computer because this is an industrial computer meant for heat, and it's watertight, and it basically runs a hospital generator is what they're for. They're made by Continental.
Damn.
And
Wow.
I just kind of made it work. And I
Yeah.
used an electronic spark control from a 91 Camaro. Good times.
I'll tell you, Jamie, you make shit work. That's for sure. You're
Yeah.
a very smart lady.
I was like one of the last to come off the trails with a carburetor, and when the world shut down, I decided to go EFI swap it because I did all the tricks over the years to go four wheeling with a carburetor to make it work, like vent the bowls, spring loaded needle and seat, yada yada yada.
Wow.
But yeah,
Very impressive, man. Very impressive.
I took a really high mile tired motor and slapped a, I don't even know what it's called anymore. And now I put a 4-liter head on a different cam that I had billet cams in Memphis. I had them custom grind me a cam, and I have to work the tune a little bit, but it's close.
Is it E303? E303 cam?
No, this is for a Jeep, a CJ7
Oh.
AMC,
Oh.
just like this. If I can rotate my arm, AMC.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I put a newer 4-liter head on it that I had machined with Hemi valve springs and LS valves. So that's
Damn.
and then port matched it to my Clifford intake.
Yeah, we're
Adapter-
just down there. So
for the-
we've done 3 hours.
Adapter for the Clifford intake to the TBI, and then I fabbed up my own throttle linkage and stuff for it.
Damn.
It's on my Instagram.
Y'all hear me?
Check that out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to shut her down. It's been 3 hours, and I do have to work in the morning.
Yep.
Come
Same
on,
here.
man.
Y'all have a great night.
On
Good
that
night,
note,
Mike. Take care, buddy. I'm gonna call you in the next day or so, Mike.
Okay.
Ah,
Which mic?
All right, brother.
which mic?
Good night, Pinks. Hey, Dennett Dreams, is very nice to meet you, buddy. You be good. Take care of yourself. Hopefully, we'll see more of you. Jamie, always a pleasure. Woody, what can I say? It's just been a great day. My friend, you have a blessed one now.
Thanks for having me
have
up,
a good-
Pinks.
And the words of my dad used to say, I'll catch you later.
Hope to see you in another
Put you on
one.
the flip flop.
I'll be around.
Yeah.
That was
be
the first
around
live
too.
stream I
Yeah, I'll
did
be around maybe.
like a year.
Yeah, I'll probably run one again this weekend, but I can't run them as long because I'm limited to 20 hours a month now.
Oh,
This weekend, I'm running up to Kentucky, dropping off a load of parts.
Oh, fun for you. I got to run to the local scrapyard and hopefully get some money for the metal that's sitting in the back of my truck.
I gotta pick up 10 hoods in Gunnersville on Friday.
when I bought my 68 Pontiac, it came with a storage unit full of Pontiac parts. I just started going through them today, so I'm making a new video, but it's all the seriously rare stuff that would have happened in 68, like the electric seats, the vacuum powered locks, the electric rear defrost, all that kind of crazy stuff.
Does it have a 400? Your Pontiac?
Yeah.
Is it a T10 top loader or Muncie? Muncie, it'd be a Muncie. Never mind.
It's a turbo. It's a Pontiac 400 with a turbo 400 and a 12-bolt rear. But nothing fancy as far as the car goes. It's actually sad. They let it sit for 30 years and rot into the ground. So now I'm trying to. They don't make any parts for this car, so I'm trying to rebuild it literally from the ground up. The frame's rotted, the body's rotted. But if cars have spirits, I tell you, this car wants to live. So one way or another, I'm going to fix it. But I started going through these parts, and I started finding these really rare parts, like a factory disc brake conversion, dual piston disc brake conversion for a 68 Catalina or Bonneville, the electric bench seat, the adjustable side mirrors, the vacuum power windows, all this stuff that honestly I do not plan to use. So now I got to figure out how to one, what it's worth, and then like how to sell it. Do I sell it on eBay? Do I go to Swap Me? I don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Me, I'm scrapping all my stuff because it's all junk.
I didn't even know I had all this until tonight. I've had all the parts for like a year, but I didn't have time to go through them because I've been working on numerous projects since I started YouTube, and now well, if I can sell some of them,
All right, I think the tow truck's here dropping off another Chevy, so I got to go.
Okay.
All right.
Later, Jamie.
Nice meeting you.
4L60E decided to go park in a bunch of neutrals.
I've done that to cars before. Okay. Well, I'm away on this. Have a good one. Thanks for coming in. Hope to see more of you.
Yep,
I'll be checking out your videos tomorrow. I don't have time to do it tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. And have a good one. And I'm out of here. That's it for tonight.